Hello everyone, welcome to Mindovermania. My name is Christian and today we are doing another Pick a Group reading! Today's topic is going to be, what is this person actually like? We're going to start the reading off by doing a vibe check to see what you think this person is like, and then get messages from Spirit about what this person is actually like. The intention of these messages today are to help people with their discernment and to check to see if your intuition is right about a certain person. Please note that this is a general message, and so only take what resonates with you in your particular situation, and understand that not everybody might fit into these categories. And please use the spiritual messages that you receive with discretion. This is supposed to be an intuitive vibe check to help you with your discernment. If you have more questions about your situation, either contact myself or consult with a professional, especially if you're in a situation where you don't know if a person is safe or not. On my website, I have some resources listed, so in case you do need to talk to a mental health professional, feel free to check those links out. Anyways, how a pick a card reading works is you get to use your intuition to determine which pile is meant for you. Right now, we are using stickers to represent each pile. So for pile number 1, we have this little rainbow dinosaur. For number 2, we have the crystal ball sticker. For number 3, we're being represented by this trans flag axolotl. For pile number 4, you're being represented by the lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part sticker. And for pile number 5, it's radiate positivity. Okay, so in order to tap into your correct pile, I want you to visualize the person on your mind that you're trying to ask about and select which pile best suits you. Now, once again, sometimes you may be drawn to an image specifically, but that may not necessarily be the energy of your person. You want to make sure that you tap into that person's energy first by visualizing them, and then see which pile you're drawn to. Also, if you notice during the vibe check that that doesn't really describe how you're feeling about the situation, that's also a good sign that the reading either may not be for you or you're in a different pile. Anyways, without further ado, let's get started. See you at your pile. Hello, pile number 1. You have chosen the rainbow dinosaur. And this is going to be your messages on what is this person actually like. As I said during the intro of this video, we're going to get a vibe check to see who you think this person is. And then we're going to pull some cards from Spirit to say, hey, what is Spirit trying to tell you about this person and what they're actually like behind closed doors? So right off the bat, y'all, I feel like you guys in general believe this person is a good person. Maybe you view this person to be an ally. Maybe you think this person's a queer person, or maybe someone that's in the closet. I'm not really sure because I don't want to like out anybody with these types of readings, but there is some kind of a vibe where you're just trying to do a check-in on this person. I don't know if maybe you're concerned about their safety or just the quality of the friendship of this person. I do feel like you are trying to... You're questioning something about them. Again, as I said, I feel like you're trying to determine, is this an ally or is this somebody who I might just have to either step away from or take a step back? With Peaks of Joy, I do feel like this is a person that you like to have fun around. I feel like you have intellectual discussions with this person. I feel like you know in your heart that this is inherently a good person. So maybe, for example, you're trying to figure out, well, this person said something problematic in the past, and I'm not entirely sure if this person is pretending to be someone I'm in alignment with, or if they genuinely don't know. There's some kind of like a message you want to be discreet in regards to this person, where maybe you're like, I want to casually tell them, hey, maybe what you said is a little racist, or like, I don't think you fully understand what you're saying here. You know, like there's kind of like this energy of like, are you aware of the impact your words are having on other people? And you know, my advice right now is already, I mean, like, I feel like you should talk to this person, if anything, for your own sake. Just because I don't feel like you should be holding yourself back if something is being problematic in what this person's causing, whether they know it or not. With the goblin, oh, sorry, the Golden Palace in reverse. I thought it was the Goblin Palace. To me, I think the reason why I made that mistake is this is reminding me of another card in this deck, which is called like Goblins or whatever, and it feels like you're kind of in this spot where you know this person has maybe a different past history than you, and so you know that they're kind of struggling with stuff internally, and so that's why you're just trying to make sure that this person's legit about what their truth is, you know? And also we've got 33 and 23, so I don't know if it's kind of like this person almost seems like it's I don't want to say it's like they almost have your respect or you're like almost there, but you're not entirely sure which way it's going to go. And so I think you're just, once again, just trying to use your discernment. Because I feel like in general, you guys, group number one, you're very close with your friendships, okay? So it's like, I wouldn't say this is necessary ride or die energy, but you're definitely the kind of people where you're like, I have to make sure that I know my friends are close. I have to know that they're safe, and I'm not settling for anything less, which good for you guys, group number one, because I really feel like you don't lack discernment with people. And I think you're just very good at being empathetic. And so I think that's where maybe some of your issues in the past have been with people is it's not the lack of discernment, it's the discretion of how much empathy are you going to allow in certain types of spaces. And so to me, you know, make sure that you're tapping in with your boundaries and see what barriers might be coming between you and this person. Yeah, there's something about barriers too, where maybe, for example, this is maybe a wealthy person that is not very aware of the rest of the world or how their words and actions impact other people. Or maybe this is somebody who comes from a different cultural background than you. So you're just trying to navigate that space. Anyways, let's go ahead and see what messages Spirit has to say about what is this person actually like. Ooh. I'm feeling some very conflicted energies here. I definitely feel like you were correct in the sense that this person has been through some things, because the word I'm hearing is demonized. So, ooh. There's some lore about this person that you do not know, at all. But this person has a lot of hope for this connection between you and them. You know? I feel like they really don't know what's going on around them, especially in like the big picture. So say, for example, if you come from like a marginalized community or some area of the world that like I'm almost seeing it's like if you immigrated from a different country and came to America, for example, and an American is talking about their problems, you're thinking, oh my gosh, it's way worse in this area. You don't know what you're talking about. But this person has seen darkness in places that you've never encountered before. And already off the bat, I do feel like you can trust this person only in certain situations. Okay? Because again, I'm getting a variety of energy here, so that's why I'd say use your discernment with this person, because I do feel like they're fighting their own internal battles. Again, maybe they are, I don't know if they're in the closet, but there's definitely some kind of like an internal battle that I don't think they've come out the other side of yet. And I think that's why you're getting mixed signals from them, because they haven't fully completed their transformation into who they want to be. That's why I think still stay close by your friends and don't like fully bring this person in quite yet, because of that demonized energy. It really feels like they just take things out on other people because they haven't healed from how people in their areas have treated them. And that's why when I'm saying demonized, it's kind of like they don't know where they're supposed to go yet. And I think because you guys don't fully understand this person's perspective, because you haven't seen their version of darkness yet, it's kind of like, you know, there's many flavors of evil out there in the world, right? And just because one person's traumatized in one way does not negate trauma in another person. This person's trauma fundamentally comes from, I don't know if it was like a deep rejection wound in their community, but there's some kind of just a very dark, like it's like a dark energy that they're grappling with internally. And so I think that they struggle not taking things out on other people, but sometimes that death energy does come out. And so that's why, like, when I feel like death is a very neutral thing. Death is not an evil energy, but there is something about this dynamic with death that they're kind of grappling with. Because I don't know if they're afraid of somebody killing them, or I'm seeing like violence, so I don't know if this person was around some very violent people growing up, or they were traumatized and threatened a lot. Um, and you could be like, oh well, this person was wealthy, or this person had all these privileges, and I'm like, I don't think y'all understood what this person went through, because there's something they're not saying that hurt them in a way that's causing them to do things to other people that they don't want to do, if that makes sense. And again, that's not an excuse. I'm just giving your perspective of what this person's experiencing, because there's something about whatever inner darkness they're working with. It's not like your typical darkness. Again, not negating, but there's just something, this person is fighting a battle on multiple levels, and also even generational. Let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. I love you unconditionally. Yeah, I feel like this person, the reason why they came into your life is they're seeking that unconditional love. Because right now with that demonized energy, it kind of feels like it's like this person was pinned against their family from the get-go, pinned against their culture, pinned against, yeah, like I said, I'm seeing a lot of like violence, both emotional and maybe physical. Or maybe they were scared that like if I didn't perform a certain kind of way, someone was gonna hurt me or kill me. Yeah, it kind of feels extreme. I'm not gonna lie. And with the I love you unconditionally, I feel like this person fully doesn't grasp that concept. That's why I'm saying, like, if you try opening your heart to this person right now, they're not gonna get it. Okay? Because especially if you look into some of the psychology behind like love-based families versus survival-based families, you will see a really deep kind of gap between the two. Because this person, I would definitely argue, was in a survival of the fittest, where it's like family is basically for survival, not for like, oh, I'm gonna remember your birthday and all these other things. Like, this is the kind of person where your parents only celebrated a birthday if they remembered. You know what I mean? Because birthdays aren't important. Like, this is kind of like dehumanization in a way that to the outside world looks like they're special, but when you get to the core of it, it's like everybody's a commodity, everybody's a product, everybody's like, it's like people aren't people. Oh geez, I I feel for this person, pile number one, and I can understand why you're second guessing, because you're like picking up on all the vibes of things that you're like, this reminds me of this type of group of people, or like whatever. And I think you might be encountering somebody that probably grew up around those types of people, and they're in the healing process of trying to figure out, how do I detach from those energies? We both know I am not the one for you. Yeah, if you're considering dating this person, I'm gonna say do not. All right. Right now, I feel like this person, like, again, I'm seeing like you're like the queer rainbow dinosaur person, and maybe you have an idealized version of what this situation could be. But off the bat right now, I'm like, this person's never going to be able to turn off that, I don't want to say warrior instinct, but that fighting instinct. And if that's not something you've grown up around or you don't know how to handle, I don't think you're going to feel safe around this person quite yet. Not until they've overcome this journey. And even still, I don't know that you guys are necessarily compatible for that reason. Because coming from a background in military or from violence, you have a different perspective on the world. And so it's hard to connect with people that are softer or aren't related to that. I do feel bad though, because I think you both kind of grieve that inability to connect for those kinds of reasons, that like trauma and childhood expectations are the reason why you can't have what you both want. Because I do think this person wants to connect with you still. Again, though, I think for you and your discernment of boundaries, that's ultimately going to dictate how you show up to this person. And also if you want to close off or not. I bury myself in work to forget you. Yeah, I'm wondering maybe too if this is like an ex. There's something about forgetting about you. Maybe you're the kind of person that you're like, why does this person not remember things like my birthday? Or why do they not remember when we had this conversation a while back and all these other things? And it's like, you're trying to see, is this person intentionally manipulating me? When to me, with the I bury myself in work to forget you, I think this person really tries to forget about a lot of things. This feels like the energy of somebody who is trying to not just to forget, but working to forget what they went through in the past. And I think that your connection feels like a distraction from them trying to get over their healing. Again, because if they are in this energy, I mean, if anything, I feel like this person sometimes feels forgotten because they're in this emotional mental battle that people can't see. And so they're like, well, I'm just used to being forgotten. So I don't remember other people, or like, I can't even remember my own birthday some days. So I think you just need to have discernment of your own emotional boundaries because, as I said, this is a person that's not socialized or that's actually a great way to describe it. They are not socialized. They were not taught that that's a priority. To them, that's a luxury, to remember someone's birthday and have someone care about it. Because in this person's community, you're a commodity. You're just existing to support the machine that you grew up in. It has nothing to do with being friends. Like, being friends is a manipulation. I know I was a distraction from your pain. Yeah, I feel like they know they hurt you, but it feels like there's not anything that they can do about it. Again, like I'm seeing with this like person screaming, I don't know, maybe they're a singer, maybe there's like a vibe of like they just talk really loud or need to just get their voice out there, and they're full of a lot of pain and hurt. You know what I mean? And I feel like you're kind of like, yeah, I want to do rah rah rah, cheer everything on, but like you're not approaching, you're approaching with the cute dragon energy versus they're like the dangerous dragon energy. And that's where you're not, like, I feel like this person kind of views your relationship and connection as a distraction, which is not your fault. Okay, absolutely not your fault. It's just that to this person, emotions are distracting. Family or human connections are distracting when you're trying to survive. So, and if anything, what I'm seeing with like the eyes being closed, it's almost like they can't escape their own head. So they're just always spinning, you know. I feel like you guys really do care about this person though. And I think that's something they appreciate about you. I am not available. Yeah, they are definitely not available for whatever you're trying to build, whatever you're trying to seek out. Like if you're seeking attention from them or regular attention, it's not going to work out. Okay, like if you're like, for example, an anxious attached person, don't even do the anxious avoidant attachment. This is like a level of trauma that y'all don't agree with or understand. And I think it would cause pain on both sides for you to come in and project a certain kind of energy onto this kind of trauma when you haven't experienced the nuances of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to be very neutral here because it's like, I totally get it. Where this person's coming from, but I also understand where you guys are coming from, and that, you know, maybe some of the stuff they do is problematic. And I think understanding that this person is not available for certain types of areas, and I think that's okay and reasonable for you to say no in those areas. So please protect yourself, guys, with anything that you don't feel comfortable. Especially, like, for example, if, like, they're messing up your pronouns, I feel like you guys are like, are they doing it intentionally? And it's like, no. Like, this person, as I said, they forget about who they are. They forget about things in general because they were raised that way, that they don't exist. So you're not going to exist in this person's eyes. Yeah, and it's very uncomfortable for everybody, and I think this person has a hard enough time navigating life in general without all this extra stuff. But I do feel really bad for you guys because you're like, I want I don't want to say there's like a desperate energy, but you're always like, how do we include this type of person in our movements? How do we get this person to rise up? And the reality is you have to accept them where they're at. And I know that's really hard, but I think putting your energies into whatever you're trying to do will distract you from witnessing whatever's going on here. Because I think where you're struggling is just accepting what you're seeing with this person. Because you're like seeing what's going on within them, and you're just tired of needing to navigate these social situations and then getting hurt. I know I messed everything up. Yeah, so maybe this person said something problematic. Maybe they used words that weren't coordinated to the ways that fall in line with your belief systems. Is that the... I don't know how to describe this, because, like, again, it really applies to different folks, because for some people, they said something that I would consider problematic, and another person would be like, well, maybe there's some nuance. What Spirit's trying to guide me to say, though, is if it hurts you coming out of their mouth, then you need to let them know, because this person's not going to know either way. And I really don't think this person fully understands the harm that they do. Because again, I'm seeing like a little dinosaur or T-Rex, but it's kind of like a toddler. Sometimes they're like stomping around and it doesn't make any sense. And you're like, this person's not an adult. And it's like, they're not, because of their trauma. And with the I messed everything up, I think this person only knows when they did something wrong is when everyone disappears. Because no one says anything. And I do think one point you should do is, while talking to this person, I wouldn't say criticism, like this person can't handle criticism, right? However, you should be able to have a discussion with them to say, hey, when you said XYZ thing, it really hurt me and it caused some other people to be offended. What can I do to help you understand more about what's going on? Or like try to approach this person a little more softly, because again, maybe this person's like a baby gay, or maybe this is a person that really is new to social justice things or the different way of doing things. And so knowing how this person's going to react, one, will determine your safety, and two, will also tell you in your advocacy, how do we get people that are in this space to get them to point B? You know what I mean? Because that's the whole goal, is we want to get them to continue to progress. And if we try attacking this person while they're in their state, that doesn't help them and it doesn't help you. However, you still need to create the boundaries so you can keep the spaces the way you need them to be, if that makes any sense. And also understanding where there's some fundamental differences between you two. Because people are a spectrum. And unfortunately, we sometimes have to accept things we don't like if we're all trying to push for mutual change that supports everybody, This is kind of complicated, so I don't know if you guys, again, are social justice or you are organizational people. I just think understanding that people are a rainbow, and sometimes part of those rainbows have dark colors to them, and sometimes those rainbows have colors that we don't necessarily think would look good on our walls, but they're colors in general that if you mix and match them, they look fine, They're just colors at the end of the day. So just finding acceptance to understanding that we can't change everybody, and we can't always, we accept what we allow, I don't know. I feel so conflicted with this. I sympathize, you guys. You are not just a sexual partner. You are special to me always. Yeah, maybe you hooked up with somebody that was DL, and there's something about maybe sexuality is playing a role here, but I don't think that this person was lying to you when they hooked up with you. If anything, I think they're lying to a lot of other people, and I think this person does struggle to communicate love with people, because I'm seeing with the screaming the love out, it's kind of like they don't know how to express their feelings right or well. And so, but I want you to know that this person does consider you special. They do consider you safe, and I do think that they view you, I think you inspire them on their journey as they heal and move towards where they're supposed to go. God's got a plan for us. I can feel it. Yeah, maybe this person is spiritual. Or maybe they're a former Christian. Maybe there's something that you consider problematic from where your standpoint is. And there's something, though, that I think you might want to just kind of let that go in this sense, because I do feel like this person's got some spiritual lessons that they're working through as a result of this. Because again, I don't feel like on a deeper level this person's like angry at you or your movement or anything like that. They're just trying to figure out where they fit in. And so I think just letting them, like allowing yourself to hold compassion in your space, while also at the same time letting this person develop as they need to, with whatever divine plan they gotta go. Because not everyone is going to be on the same journey as you. And I think that can sometimes be a hard thing to accept when we really like somebody. Again, maybe you were crushing on them. I don't feel like this is like a deep love, but I do feel like trust was maybe broken. And that's where it's like hard to accept that maybe sometimes the breaking of trust isn't the fact that there's somebody different than you. It's just they're on a different pathway than you. And that's okay. It doesn't mean that person's not going to be doing good in someone else's life, but that's not up to us to be the judge and jury on if they're going to help other people or not. It's just the way the world works. I want the world to see us together. Yeah. Some of you guys are really desperate to like win this person over. And I think like just try and I think this person just accept who they are and where they're at. Okay. If they come back around, they come back around. If not, they don't. Okay. But like accepting this person, I think is the biggest obstacle you're going to have with them, because as they fight and deal with these inner conflicts and wounds, that battle has everything to do with themselves and their past demons, and that's something they got to do alone, and you can only cheer them on from the past and wherever you guys are at. If we're doomed lovers, then relax. I know the shortcuts through hell. Yeah, I feel like you don't realize this person knows a lot more than you think. I don't know if, again, I see like this like infantilized energy where maybe you think that they're scared or they're underdeveloped, but I think this person knows how to handle themselves. So if you're like worried about them like harming themselves or whatever, I think they're going to be okay. I think they just have navigated life through in a very dark way because they were alone. And so their methods of healing them work for them because that's what they feel safe doing. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah, if from childhood, if you learned that smoking a cigarette was the only thing that was going to help me survive the next couple of months, coming in as an adult and saying, well, smoking's not good for you, like, they're going to be like, shut the fuck up. Everyone tells me not to smoke. Why are you coming at me with this energy? And it's like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, if you knew that, like, if that's the coping mechanism that keeps them safe for right now while they're going through all this shit, then let them do it. You know what I mean? Don't come in and project onto them. Please don't go away. Yeah, the one thing I will tell you about this person, though, is like if you are considering leaving, please do so in full faith that this person's going to reject you or this person's going to feel abandoned by you if you leave them. And you're not going to have the same kind of relationship if you walk away. Because with the please don't go away, this person's used to abandonment, and I think like maybe you made them aware of a version of themselves that they really like. And so if you're leaving, it's going to cause them to detach. I don't think they're going to like regress to a different version of themselves, but it's kind of like the energy of like, say like you're a queer person or someone who's down low and they're still feeling uncomfortable. If you come in with this energy of like, well, they don't have the same views as me, or they don't understand different nuances of stuff, then you can turn this person off from the queer community. You could turn this person off to things that would normally make them feel safe just because you feel like you have to be, I don't want to say better, because again, that doesn't apply to everyone who's watching right now, so only take it if it resonates, but like you have to be discerning about the fact of why are you choosing to detach from this person. And that's why communicating in a positive way, understanding that like, yes, I do love you. However, these things are problematic and they harm me. So where can we go from there? But the please don't go away, that's definitely this person's energy. They don't want you to go away, even if they show some resistance towards you. Because again, they got little spikies here. And they developed that, because that's what it took to survive in those old environments. So they're not going to go away overnight It's kind of like, I see more of like the porcupine where you got to make sure they're like safe or you won't see the sparks or the spines. You don't see me. I would take my fear and lay it before you just to stand in your light. Yeah. I feel like you think you know how this person thinks and feels, but you kind of don't. And I think because this person has a hard time expressing themselves, you don't always feel the same things that they feel. Right? I feel like, again, because this person's feeling has difficulties feeling, does not mean that they're underdeveloped or their feelings aren't existing. You know what I mean? With the feel it, I feel like some of you guys, maybe you claim you're empathetic, or you can sense energies and you can tell that this person's hurting, and it's like, well, yeah, no shit. You don't need empathy or spiritual psychic powers to sense that. But I want you to understand that unless you experience something similar to what this person went through, you're not gonna get it. So maybe you're the opposite. Maybe you're the straight friend and this is a queer person. Like, unless you actually experience how this person views the world, or maybe you have a similar point of reference, you're not gonna get what this person's going through. And again, some of y'all, I feel like you're maybe like concerned friends or exes. Again, the please don't go away energy, like, you really gotta determine, can I authentically handle this person? Because, you know what? If you're dating a dragon, you're dating a dragon. That's not gonna change. This person's not gonna stop being a fighter. They're not gonna just magically go soft on you just because you love each other, you know? You just learn to work with it. Your love sends me to the moon and back. Yeah! Oh, I feel like you guys had really good times, and this person, like, I definitely see this person keeping, like, a stone face, and, like, you want to see when they smile and when they giggle, and like, I think you guys kind of want them to always be in that energy with you, but they're not. That's who, you have to accept who they are, you know? But I don't think you guys understand the appreciation this person has for you, too. Again, because, like, if you grow up in a culture where you're not supposed to express yourself, then why do you think that's going to change just because y'all fell in love? Or because y'all got together? You know? To some people, that's them showing respect to you. Or that's how they show love to you. Not saying there's not a right or a wrong way, it's just a version of love that they can only express to you right now. You know, doesn't mean it's never going to change, but you shouldn't be coming into this relationship expecting that. I hope the ones who harmed you lose every chance at loving you again. Yeah, this is the kind of person that maybe they have, like, revenge fantasies against people who hurt you, so maybe that's where you got a little turned off by their revenge talk. So maybe, for example, you're, like, a queer person, or a minority, or you're, like, somebody who basically gets picked on. And this person's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna, like, go and strangle them if anyone lays a hand on you. And you're like, ha ha ha, what do you mean? And you're like, this person's like, yeah, I'm actually gonna go do that. Take that what you will. You know what I mean? This is how that person was taught to love. This is how that person handles those sorts of things. And if that is not for you, then it's not for you. I'm not going to sit here and put a moral judgment on it, because depending on where you live, that's not necessary. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like I said, I don't want to pass a moral judgment on this. You know, if that is for you, then great. If it's not for you, then this person's not for you. Okay? Because again, I'm not encouraging violence. However, I do believe in self-defense. And, I think understanding that that is this person's way of showing love, that's just where they're at. You know, and as I said, don't stick around this person assuming they're going to change. Just take them where they're at, and then you make your determination of where you want to go from there. Again, because this person really does love you, that's why they're willing to fight and do those things. And so it's a very different energy than, I just want to go in and beat up people. You know, but everybody's different, and if that breaks one of your boundaries, then absolutely don't force a situation with this person. I'll give you my heart and soul if you'd let me. Yeah, I do feel like, again, this person's very devoted, and I feel though, like, there's something about y'all's energy, group number one, where I do think you give this person a little bit too much of your time and energy, Like, I do feel like you're like, I'm gonna like give my heart and soul to you and whatever and pour into you. And then when this person does something that you don't like, then all of that energy gets pulled back. And then this person goes like, well, this is why I had spikes in the first place, because you guys consistently do this to me. You claim that you love me, but then you pull away like you hate me. And that's why this please don't go away energy is there, because they're just like, I want a safe place where I'm not getting this kind of love bombing. Because to this person, I feel like maybe this person got like hurt really bad by narcissists, and y'all approached it in a love, light, much softer way of healing, versus this person is like, when they see this type of energy, their mind goes back to that narcissist, and I have to fight to survive. You know what I mean? And so, again, maybe this person was in the military, or maybe this person... Yeah, I'm definitely feeling like this person's life was threatened in a certain kind of way, and maybe y'all just don't have that same match of how you react to those situations. I just need a date to the movies. Yeah, I feel like one thing that you could do, like, for example, if this person isn't talking to you or isn't connecting with you, they could be shut down. They may not be ignoring you, but I feel like just, like, you can spend small amounts of time with them that I think that would really do wonders for them. So if you are looking to support this person, I'd say ask them out to go see a movie. Ask them out on a date. And, like, keep it lighthearted and fun. Don't focus on politics. Don't focus on trauma. Literally just go and spend time with this person. Because I think if this person doesn't feel like a human being half of the time, and they're working through this stuff, they don't need lectures. This person does not need a... let's sit down and have a big philosophical discussion about cannabis and all this other... like, this person needs, like, can we do something fun that's very just easy on my brain? I don't want to get overloaded. I don't want to get overstimulated. I literally, like, let's just sit and color. You know what I mean? Let's just do very simple things so we don't have to focus on the big picture scary stuff. Because I do feel like this person gets overwhelmed a lot. And I think because you guys just don't notice what their cues are, I think that would be something this person's energy is telling me to ask, is pay attention to their cues. Because you're going to know when this person's triggered. You're going to know when this person's in fight or flight. You're just maybe not used to military tells or people that are really good at hiding. You know what I mean? Because they only know about aggression, but, like, their actual, like, happiness and sadness and all that other stuff is very, very coded. So you might just not get that. Don't go without a goodbye. I need to know how you feel. Yeah, once again, if you are planning on leaving this person or walking away or leaving a group, just tell them goodbye. Because I do feel like this person will, like, ruminate and really suffer a lot more without the goodbye. You know? Or just, you know, if you didn't get a goodbye from this person doesn't know how to. Okay? Or maybe, like, there's something about, like, I need to know how you feel. Just give yourself both the closure right now to be like, you do both want goodbyes. And maybe you're presenting in different kind of ways, but it is hard for both of you, I think, to speak up and say your truth. However, again, this person kind of word vomits a lot, so it's just harder for you to maybe understand what kind of goodbye they have or how they speak. So, yeah, language barrier could also be a thing as well. So it could be cultural, could be whatever. But anyways, though, that was your reading about this other person. I wish you guys the best of luck in your situation. If you liked this reading, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Give me some feedback to see if this resonates with you. If you'd like to book a personal session with me, links in the description down below. And as I said before, I've got resources on my website that you can get connected into different organizations. So since this group seems to be really interested in that sort of stuff, I do have links to some different organizations on my website and down in the description below. Anyways, thank you guys so much, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Hello, everyone. You have chosen group number 2 with the crystal ball sticker. And these are going to be your messages on what is this person actually like. So right off the bat, I feel like this person... you're picking up on, like, a split energy or a dual energy here. Because immediately, I went to pick up the sticker, and I've got a pile of stickers sitting over here, and I was like, I need to pick a new one. Or have an additional one, or I just want to, like, bring in all these different, like, stickers. And so the one I ended up with is Life Begins Where Fear Ends. However, I do feel like there's, like, a little bit of a rotating door here. So again, maybe you only see one version of them, and then behind closed doors, you see, like, 5 different versions of this person. And I feel like there's something like a kind of a, like a be careful energy, because when you're seeing this rotating door, you're like, who is this person? What's going on? Something about, like, going to the bathroom too. So maybe, like, this person goes to the bathroom a lot and you're like, are they, like, doing drugs in there? Or I don't know. Y'all are, like, really overanalyzing this person. Okay. So you guys got 2 cards, and again, as a reminder, this is y'all's energy of what you think about this person, okay? And then afterwards, we're going to get into what Spirit's telling me and you about this person. So we've got Intention with 22. You've got this owl with a dandelion in its beak. And then we've got 31 Dry Desert in reverse. Okay, and something about that owl with something in its beak. I don't know if you're like, this person's very close-lipped, or maybe they're vegetarian or something. I'm seeing them, like, kind of like munching on something, almost like a rabbit. But yeah, I feel like this person doesn't really know, or you feel like this person doesn't really know how to have a conversation, or they're always, like, eating something, or there's always, like, this energy of, like, something's going on with their mouth. Yeah, I really don't know how you guys are feeling, because it's almost like with this barn owl, I feel like you kind of get this weird vibe from them where you can't tell if they're, like, possessed, or there's something about them, like, because, like, I'm focused on the barn owl with the eyes, right, with the black eyes. I feel like sometimes you guys look at this person and feel like they're not showing you their full version of yourself, and you're kind of asking yourself, is this person wearing a mask or not? With barn owls, in Japanese mythology, they're usually associated with evil, and can be bad omens and whatnot. Maybe this person listens to Bad Omens. That's super funny. Yeah, so maybe this person has a bit of an edgier vibe, or, like, you're trying to determine, oh, does this person actually do, like, love and light, or are they really just, like, putting on a front? I feel like some of you guys are trying to either determine if this is a narcissist, or if this is someone that's, like, going behind your back. With the egg here, I also feel like maybe this person's creating something new, or they're, like, hatching a big idea. So you're kind of like, you're just feeling this person out. I feel like with the egg, though, you see a lot of potential in this connection if it is healthy. Because, you know, with barn owls, depending on your cultural belief system, I mean, like, an owl itself is not obviously evil. It's an animal. And so I think that you're trying to maybe overcome an internal bias to determine if this is just someone that's different than me. And also, too, with an owl, it's a predatory animal, so it eats mice. So you're kind of like, with this person, you're like, well, clearly this person has claws, but are they going to claw me? You know, with the Dry Desert in reverse, too, I can tell that you feel like this person's lacking something. Or maybe they came out of a desert of some kind, but there's definitely something that you're like, okay, I can see where the lesson is here. So there's some kind of an energy going on here where you're viewing the desert as it's a dry space. You know what I mean? There's nothing here, and we're waiting until water, and, like, we don't want to be in the desert. Versus this is the kind of person that you're seeing, they live in the desert. Or maybe they came out of, I'm hearing the analogy of, like, Moses whenever he was, like, escaping Pharaoh. That's, like, from the Christian Bible and stuff like that. And also Jews too, I think. Don't quote me on the religious stuff. But the point is that when Moses, like, left Egypt after being cast out by Pharaoh, he was wandering out in the desert, and God led him to this new land where he ended up starting a new life and all that. And so from this standpoint, maybe you guys are like, this person doesn't come from where I'm from, or maybe you watched them overcome, like, this whole desert thing, and you're like, man, I would never want to live there or live that lifestyle, but here this person is thriving. You know what I mean? And I think maybe you admire something about this person, but you're not sure why. you resonate with them. Yeah, and again, like with this crystal ball, maybe this person is a spiritual person. Maybe you're trying to determine, is this in alignment with me? Or like, again, there's kind of like this unknown thing about the future that you do find fascinating about them. And with the nails here, I'm like, maybe this person's kind of attractive. Maybe they're witchy and friendly, but also they've got the mysterious, like, I don't know how this is gonna go, you know? And this is where, again, with fear, finally, fear seems to be the big theme between the energy of you and this other person. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna get into the messages from the other person, because I definitely feel Spirit has a lot to say. Oh my gosh, yeah, maybe... So what I'm hearing with this person is actually, like, is this person's very feminine. Like, maybe more feminine than y'all realize. There's something ancient about their energy, too, which that's kind of cool. So, like, maybe this is... I don't know if this person's, like, a shaman, or, like, they've got, like, old ancestors, or maybe they talk about the old ways. So I wouldn't be surprised if this person knows, like... I heard, like, blood magic. Maybe it's, like, they're the kind of person that they're like, yeah, in my 20s I used to do this dark magic stuff, but then I converted into Christianity, or maybe I moved in a different direction now because I found that it didn't serve me. Like, this is the kind of person that knows, as with the desert example, they walked in the dark and they got out, but they learned so much from that experience. So it's kind of like, yeah, this person doesn't mind living in a desert because they know how to survive the drought. You know, and so that might be a different lifestyle from you, because I feel like y'all might be the crowd that is really into the abundance mindset and all that other stuff, versus this person is a little bit more earth-based, in the sense that, like, hey, there is abundance in a desert. You just gotta find it. And I know you'd be like, oh, well, that doesn't match with the abundance mindset. And I'm like, yeah, but, like, here's the thing is, like, when spiritual people talk about that, there's a huge difference between the capitalistic mindset that, yeah, money's just going to fall out of the sky. And then there's the people that actually know how to find their resources. You know what I mean? Like, there is a huge difference. It's like, are you operating from a place of privilege? Are you operating from a place of, you're like, well, there is no privilege with spirituality. And I'm like, guys, read the room. I'm not the tarot reader for you if you're not able to acknowledge the social dynamics that are at play here. Because lack still exists in a lot of places in the world. We can't ignore those things. And so I think that's where this person triggers fear in you, because it challenges your way of thinking. It challenges the belief system that we can be spiritual and integrate that into the physical, right? And there is an abundance of things everywhere. However, we can't let fear dictate where that goes. You know what I mean? And how someone else decides to survive in a desert doesn't mean that you can't survive in the jungle or survive in a forest. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's just a different frequency, but you're still vibing on the same level. So where's the fear coming from? That fear of this other person is coming from a lack mindset in general. Because like I said, if they can find abundance in a desert, just because you can't live in a desert doesn't mean they can't. You know? Nothing was lost here. So anyways, so yeah, I just feel like this person has a different kind of wisdom and energy than what you're maybe used to. And it just feels so like, maybe this person's old school and traditional. And that might also trigger you too, because maybe if you're in more of the new age, maybe you're more so into like the crystals and I only want to do tarot to like focus on loving stuff. But this person has like chews up and spits out fear, you know, and that's a very, very harsh but strong message and lesson that, you know, you can learn to any degree from this kind of energy frequency, because maybe there's areas in your life where you need to learn how to spit out fear, you know, maybe when to spit out judgment, you know, when to spit out these other shadow aspects of yourself that inhibit you from growth, you know? Like, I definitely feel like this person does a lot of shadow work, and has overcome many things and has many lessons from different lifetimes. So, yeah, I don't know. Spirit just keeps telling me, it's like I'm feeling it in my heart space, that it's like, use your heart when being guided through lessons with this person, because this person may not behave in ways that you want, but what is your heart telling you about this person? And if it's still in alignment, then there's still room to grow. The timing just wasn't right for us. So yeah, maybe this person knows you and them were not at the same either maturity level or at the same age. Like there might be an age gap between you and this person. But there's something about like the timing really wasn't right for you guys. Either to be friends, to partner up, to do things together. I do feel like you're kind of wanting closure. And I think this is just understanding that like something about like the lack mindset, just came to mind where they're saying you're not truly separated from this person, but I don't think you can really like own a connection with this person. This person very much feels like a wanderer. They're very independent. And so understanding that if you're trying to clamp this person down or like feel like entitled to their energy and time, like this person's going so many places, either around the world or doing different things that, no offense, I don't think the timing was ever right if you're in that frequency with this person. Because it's like, okay, if I'm going out there and living life to the fullest, I'm not paying attention to what's going on in the past. And I think that might be a lesson here, where maybe you were like, oh, we were close friends, and now we don't communicate anymore. And it's like, well, life begins where fear ends. Okay? And what are you afraid of? What are you not doing? Because I feel like this person would probably come back if there was a little less, maybe of the judging, maybe a little less of this energy of going back to hide in our cave to meditate instead of just overcoming, our feelings about the situation. Yeah, I don't know. There's some kind of like a mindset, like the lack mindset of being like, oh, well, this person's lacking, when it's like, no, this person's just on a different age, time, space. Yeah, I don't know. This person's, they've got some heavy spiritual work they've been doing and are doing. I feel you even though we are apart. Yeah, maybe you get signs and signals about this person. Again, I don't know if you guys are the feminine or whatever, but there's definitely a divine feminine energy here between you. So again, maybe you were friends. And so maybe you're getting downloads and messages about what this person's up to and everything. I feel like this person definitely knows. Like, if they want to know what's going on with you, I think that they can just intuitively tap in and know. I just don't think that their mind is always on this connection, which may be hurt. That may hurt to hear for some of you guys. But even though we're apart, like, this person's kind of being like, well, we're still connected. We're still on a journey, and it's not like any of this wasn't real, but I feel like I said, y'all are trying to, like, clamp down on a connection that was meant to be fleeting, with somebody who's got a lot of life to live on this earth, and they're not going to stay in a particular box. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Yeah, I feel like you guys need to kind of... Yeah, I just feel like there's a maturity gap going on here, because I feel like you're kind of like blaming this person's behavior on something that has nothing to do with you, right? So, like, in the last pile, there was a person that was really traumatized and wounded. With this, I feel like this feels like the energy of this person was raised in a certain kind of way, in a certain kind of mindset. And so, for you to claim that they're being immature for walking away when they were like, this doesn't serve me anymore. All right, okay, bye. And, like, they're attached, or they're detached, but you're still attached to this energy. It's giving me, like... Well, why are you gossiping about this person when this person didn't technically say anything to hurt you? They're just moving on with life. And they don't need a ceremonious goodbye. Like, what was your connection like that you needed that? I have this feeling this person doesn't have time to be waving goodbye to every single person that they meet, Again, I don't know if this is like a famous person, or I don't even say famous, it's just somebody who's very independent. And you guys keep saying it's lack mindset when it's like, no. Like, again, I see like the wandering shaman in the desert that is just kind of judged by people because y'all don't get the lessons of the desert. I look for you everywhere. Yeah, so like despite the fact that this person doesn't want to connect with you, or like you're saying that, oh, well, they walked away from me and they're in the wrong, you're still looking for them. You're getting tarot readings on them. You know what I mean? It's kind of like this energy of like, are you, like, maybe be honest, are you like their fangirl? Or have you not learned the lesson that this person was supposed to teach you? Again, maybe if this was like an ex-girlfriend, or like, maybe you're not maybe you're denying some kind of a feeling with this person on why you're like why can't you detach from this energy or this person? Because something was your fault and you're not owning it? Or maybe something wasn't anybody's fault. That could be some of y'all. Some of y'all are trying to make it somebody's fault when someone leaves, and it's like, no. No one tried to disrespect anyone. Some people just don't connect in that frequency. It happens. It's life, you know? Again, with the I look for you everywhere, why? Ask yourself why. What in your heart is telling you why are you looking for them? What is it about their lifestyle that seems much more free than yours? Where was the lesson not going through with them? I know I messed up everything. Yeah. And I feel like sometimes you guys are like, you kind of swing between it's their fault, and then you come back and you're like, it's my fault. I know I messed everything up. I shouldn't have said this, or maybe she looked at me a certain kind of way, and what, like, you guys are way too in your head about this connection. It hurts my brain. I'm literally like, no. Like, stop. like I said, like, there doesn't need to be a person to blame in this situation. It's kind of like, it just is what it is. And with the, like, I messed everything up, it's like, what did you mess up? Just because someone's not talking to you anymore doesn't mean somebody messed up. You can go and ask them if you messed up, but if they're ignoring you, it could just be that they're moving on, and it has nothing to do with you. Yeah, just kind of like this detachment just feels like this person isn't meant for long-term relationships in that way, or you guys just weren't as close as you thought. I mean, I do get the vibe that this person cares about you, but like, this is just not the person to attach to in a way that, like, you guys can't be best friends if you're needing that texting good morning every day or being involved in everything constantly. Like, no, this person's very much like, again, they live in the desert. That's not how their community works. And again, I'm not talking about actual racial demographics. I'm talking about the fact that, like, hey, if there's not a lot available to me out there in this lifestyle, then I have to live my life a certain kind of way. And they like it that way. That's not lack mindset. We've got karmic relationship, fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. Let go of the resentment against this person. Oh my gosh. Like, this person knows you're talking shit about them, or, like, I wouldn't say talking shit, because you guys don't, like, you're not sending out ill-intended energy, but you're also just like, why, like you're trying to paint yourself as the victim when this person is just moving forward with life. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, hey, relationships end. And it seems like this relationship mattered more to you than to this other person. But even still, I wouldn't even say that. I think that's just, you're trying to categorize this relationship in two different fields when it's just like, this person's just open with their relationships. They're the kind of person that, like, you pick up from where you left off, and that's that. And with karma or karmic relationship, you could be in a karmic relationship with this person. Have you ever done this to someone before with an ex-partner? But because you did it with, this happened to you with a friend, it feels different? There's just, like, a lot of resentment that I think you gotta let go of the fear of what happens when people don't put you on a pedestal or don't prioritize your connections. Because that doesn't mean they don't care about you. It just means that they have a different attachment. I don't know, there's just something about, like, you expect that everybody that isn't, like, tied at the hip with you is wrong or bad or is doing something wrong, when this person's like, you're not my priority. You're not a child. You're not my kid. So, like, why are you doing that energy, you know? Again, I feel like this person may have more life experience than you, too. So that's why they're kind of like, I don't feel ready to open up in that kind of way with this person. And they don't have to. Nobody owes you, like, their heart and soul just because you're friends. Like, sorry. Sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting. Yeah, you guys are, like, watching out for this person. Maybe you told them one of your secrets, and then you're like, she's gonna tell, or this person's gonna tell everybody, and this person's just, like, you think they're, like, trying to play cool, and they're gonna, like, drop a bomb, when meanwhile they're, like, they don't think about it. They don't even remember what you said. Sorry. Yeah, y'all are the ones that are repressed. Not this person. Hand of cards, take a break. No, take a chance, risk, be strategic. Yeah, take a break. You know, I feel like maybe this person could also not be talking to you because they're taking a break. You don't know what this person's going through. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world. You know what I mean? So stop being afraid and being scared that you're going to tank a relationship or be willing to take a relationship just because this person's not messaging you every day. Maybe because this person takes time off of social media. Who cares? I don't see how that impacts you. You know what I mean? And it could be just, again, the type of social coding you have. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, change mind. Yeah. Your relationship with this person is entering a new phase. I do feel like with what's actually going on with this person is they're like rekindling their relationship with themselves. So sometimes maybe they put you on pause because they need to go check in with themselves. Maybe they need to go meditate. Maybe they need to go be with spirit. That has nothing to do with you. Okay? Like and with transformation too, maybe this person is always transforming and growing, and healing. And they could be healing other people right now. You never know. Like, this person kind of gives me, like, not like superhero vibes, but definitely they're like a person that, like, you never know what they're doing right now. And I think they like it that way because they don't want this kind of energy of being like, I gotta know everything that's going on with you. Otherwise I can't protect you. Like, it feels like a mother energy that's like overprotective. That's not accepting that this person can handle themselves. Or like, there's just kind of like this energy of like, we gotta like, it's a very nurturing feminine energy that you're coming from, which means well, but it's not like, it's not coming from a place of accepting who this person is. You know what I mean? And like, I'd ask too, like, where in your body is this person causing you anxiety in intermeshing? You've got soulmate, soul connection, partnership agreement. Yeah, maybe you guys are partners. Again, like, I can't tell if you guys are like asking about like an ex-girlfriend, or maybe you just really felt connected with this person. And I just get the vibe that it's not that this person didn't care about you. I'm sorry. I think they cared, but I just don't think that you guys care in the same energies. You know, with soulmates, I think you guys are very attached to that idea. And this person might also have disagreements on what a soulmate is or what your soul contract was. Maybe you guys were business partners together and now they've moved on. And you're kind of like, not that your business was ruined, but it was like, there's kind of this energy of like, what the heck? And then I'm spiraling and I don't know what to do. And it's like, well, like, if you're running your own business, then that's your responsibility first. And that's, if something is going on with a business that you run, that's on you, not this other person. You know what I mean? And, you know, you can make certain arguments that, like, yeah, things were better with this person, but, like, if you're in charge, it's your responsibility as an adult. You know what I mean? So, I get it, you know, there's conflicts in relationships, but at the end of the day, you have to own your power. Okay? Coffee cup, meeting, conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. Yeah, you guys had, like, a great friendship, I feel like, and this person acknowledges that. And, you know, maybe this is, like, where you can compromise with this friend. Again, maybe if you haven't fully cut this person off or you're trying to make that determination, get a cup of coffee with them. You know? I feel like maybe if you treated this person as, like, the traveler friend, where it's like, oh, if they're in town, let's go get a cup of coffee. And if they're not available, okay. But, like, don't take it super personally if this person doesn't, as you're putting it, they don't want to see me. If they don't see me when they're in town, then that means they don't want to see you. And it's like, not if this person's talking to 20 different people. You know what I mean? And, like, you guys are being very, like, judgmental towards this person if you're thinking that you're, like, the top priority when this person has many other priorities, including themselves. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, again, even if you're in this person's inner circle, if this is who that person is, then this is who that person is. And you get to decide if that's a connection for you or not. But if you're putting soulmate as your label on them, and then they're not doing what you want them to do, are they your soulmate? Or are you projecting this idea? Just let go. Let this person be free. this person gives me the vibe that they're always going to care about you. But this person is not someone who's always going to be there for you. And I think that's what you need to let go of, is understanding that you can take care of yourself. And you're like, but it's not about taking care of myself. And it's like, it kind of feels like there's an energy of like, you gotta learn that being by yourself is okay. And it doesn't mean anything bad. To self-regulate. We've got Dragon's Lair. Yeah. So this person, I do feel like with this person, you might not be aware of the demons this person's fighting. Maybe this person is going out there and doing they're seeing some dark stuff. Like, again, if you're dealing with shamans and higher level spiritual folks, they are seeing a lot more than what they tell you. All right, maybe you see them and they're like, oh, we had fun at this event and blah, blah, blah. And then you're sitting there like, well, why aren't they showing up? They could be fighting someone's dragon right now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like being friends with a therapist where it's like, oh yeah, we can all be fun and joking around. And then like, if someone's got a client on an emergency call, then you gotta let them go take care of what's going on. You know what I mean? That's just how it is, you know? And like, again, there's kinds of spirituality that, like, spirituality isn't just like cutesy sticker stuff. Like, you're messing with a person who's spiritual that actually does the healing work. You know, I've got like Archangel Michael here sitting as a statue, who, Archangel Michael, if you work with him, he's doing a lot of real shit. Like, he's protecting people. He's doing things that a lot of normal people don't want to do. And this feels like the energy of a person who you got to accept that they're on a bigger mission than what's going on with you. You know, especially if they're taking care of other people. So maybe this person, maybe they aren't taking on the world, but they have a family they got to protect. You know what I mean? If this person's got kids, they got to take care of their kids first. If this person's got an obligation for their job or their career or their business, you know, you got to let them do their thing. You know, it's not all about you. We got Ghostland 17. Yeah, so I do feel like you feel like this person can be icy, but like what I'm seeing is like, yeah, maybe this person's Nordic. So that's another thing too with like Nordic cultures. There is a different type of cultural expectation that people can perceive you as not as friendly, when really it's more so they're kind of like, why are you initiating something? You know, like, again, maybe they come from the northern United States, or a northern European country. Because what to me I'm seeing is like, when you see the cold or this Ghostlands, you're like, oh, that looks frozen and icy and whatever, versus this other person's just like, okay, it's just snow. You know, and I think that might be a little intimidating, because I think you're just not familiar with this frequency. You know, maybe this person likes the cold. Maybe this person, yeah, I'm just seeing maybe they also deal with death energy too. So death energy can be a little scary to the love and light people, but that doesn't mean death is bad. You know what I mean? And so I think like changing your perspective to understanding that, like, you know, with the cold, you know, like, you're not like, the Arctic still has penguins and polar bears and stuff. It's just where they live. You know? And if you see it on TV, like, yeah, of course it looks interesting, but like, if you're one of those people that actually live there, like, the cold isn't gonna be a big deal, you know? It's kind of like the husky, like people calling the cops on people who have huskies outside in the snow. You know what I mean? It's like, that's what the husky's made for, being in the snow. They feel better out there. Like, and just that not understanding that that's where that energy's coming from, that's where there might be some confusion here. Whew. So this card was in the reverse, but we've got 21, Field of Dreams in reverse. Yeah, I think like maybe this person doesn't get along well with others. Maybe this person doesn't fit into the girl group the best. Because I'm seeing like all these fairies and everyone's having a good time. And in the reverse, it's kind of telling me that you're kind of like, maybe you had this idea that this person was going to integrate into your organization or your friend group as like, again, or like a partner. I don't know. I'm getting the vibe that there's something a little bit more here than just friends. I'm sorry. If it doesn't resonate, fine. But like, there's something here about like, you're jealous of the fact that this person wants to be independent from your group. And that has nothing to do with you. Please don't feel rejected by that. With the field of dreams, I feel like you have this ideal that you're trying to build that's all love and light, or like you're trying to make this like peaceful place on earth, but you're ignoring the fact that winter does come at some point in time in life. And that's where I think the wisdom from this person comes in, is the fact that, like, okay, if winter comes, how do you prepare for it? There's no such thing as, there's never a cycle to nature. And so if you don't know how to prepare for the winter times, this person's not going to want to be included in that, because they know how to take care of themselves. They came from the desert. They know when there's a dry spell, they know how to survive it. So why would they go into an environment where they put their walls down when there's no plan for winter? You see what I'm saying? Like, again, there's like the old school knowledge of spirituality versus the, we're doing this as an aesthetic. And you're like, it's not an aesthetic, but it's like, guys, if you can't face your shadows, then there's not a balance to things, you know? You can't say winter's not going to come. I mean, like, yeah, we got global warming, but like, what happens if something, like, what happens when no one comes in to rescue you, right? What happens when there's no money coming in? What happens when the bad times come? Are we going to sit and cry about it, or are we going to lift ourselves back up? You can sit and cry, but this person does not come from that energy of, we're going to wait till the bad thing happens. This person's already been prepared for it and has been preparing for it. So how does that make you different from them? Just because they approach it differently. We've got listening in reverse. Yeah, I feel like this person, so I see this person as like, they have like their headphones on and they're listening to music a lot. And I feel like you don't feel like this person listens to you, when really I think this person doesn't, like, they pick and choose when they listen. And I can see where that's a bad thing on your side, but I can also see where this person comes from, because this person also, after a certain point when they're listening to you talk, they kind of just hear this, again, because of this whole preparing for winter thing. I feel like this person was probably like, hey, you know, maybe you shouldn't go out with that guy. And then you went out with that guy, the bad thing happened, and then you're coming back crying to them, and they're kind of just like, why are you coming back crying to me when I told you that wasn't the right choice? You know what I mean? Now, granted, this person could probably have more empathy towards you, for sure. But this person, if they see that cycle too many times, they kind of are going to start tuning you out. And that's who they authentically are. Now, you get to determine if this is a person you want in your space, of course. But that is just what the cards are telling me this person's like. Especially like with the listening to music. Like, it could be that this person is listening to or receiving messages through music. Maybe this is someone who practices a different art form than you. There's something about, like, again, like, maybe you were trained in a specific type of spirituality or way to do things, and this person messes that up. And then you're like, well, they're doing it wrong. And it's like, why? How? Please tell me how connecting to spirit that is infinite in all of its possibilities and ways, how is what this person's doing wrong when there's many ways, different ways to do things? And you're like, oh, that's a good point. You know what I mean? Because, like, what if you did sticker magic? What if you did crystal magic? What if you did whatever? If this person uses music to transmute energies, then how is that any different than anything else? Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's wrong. And maybe if you talk to the person, they could teach you too. And you could teach them something. Because I don't think that this person feels like they're better than you. I think they just get tired when you show them something and they're like, I learned that ages ago. You know, that's kind of more so what it feels like, is it's not that you're not sharing anything useful. It's just that they're like, I learned this a long time ago. This isn't new. You know? So don't take that personally either. I think you're just trying to connect. I say a lot of things, but know this, I love you always. Yeah! Okay, this is like a final reminder, but like, this person does care about you. Okay? They do have a love for you. I just don't think the love is the same. I think you're just not receiving it the way that this person comes across, you know? Like, again, I do feel like there's a generational gap here. And so maybe you're like, you need someone to tell you I love you, versus this person is more of like a shower, or they're a gift giver, or there's something about them that's very much more like, I'm thinking of a video I saw about from Game of Thrones when the Khal Drogo or whatever from the Dothraki, he gave Jorah a horse as thank you for saving Daenerys. And so she's like the princess. And so basically, by him giving this guy the choice of any horse that he wants, that's like their way of life. Like the horses matter more than the gold and the land. You know what I mean? Because that is what keeps them alive. So by them giving him a horse, that was a huge deal. That's a very special gift. This is that same kind of person where if they give you a gift from them, it has a lot more weight than what maybe you would put on it. Maybe it's like a handmade gift or something that they specifically went out and found for you. Like, this is the kind of person that I feel like if they found a rock in the desert in some special land, when they give it to you, like, it has way more weight than just like, I just found a rock on the ground, you know? And if you're not paying attention to that, then this person's like, you're not valuing what I'm putting in, the energy I'm putting in. Your sweetness makes me smile. Yeah! So there's something about you guys, group number 2, is that, sorry, I feel like I've been talking forever. Your sweetness makes me smile tells me that this person really appreciates the way you see life, the way you approach things. Because it's like, even though, yes, maybe this person is like, oh, this is artificial spirituality and aesthetics, I feel like the way you guys, like, still show up being cute every day. You know what I mean? The way that you prioritize your feminine energy, the way that you are, like, for example, like, I wouldn't be surprised if like your phone case was covered with stickers like this, or there's sparkles and all this stuff. Like, this person admires the cute things that you bring to life, the things that you find. Like, I can definitely tell you, you guys are great thrifters. Like, you're able to go into a room full of clothes and find some of the best stuff that this person maybe couldn't find. You know, and so I think, like, your kindness is appreciated by this person, just because they come across as very, like, maybe stone-faced and stoic. You know, I definitely, for some reason, I got the image of, like, maybe they're Ukrainian, where I'm seeing, like, the old babushkas, where they just are stone-faced the whole time, and you're like, oh my god, like, am I making this person happy or what? And it's like, that's just the culture. Let me inside, I want all that you are. Yeah, I feel like this person feels like you shut them out too. But in your own way. And I think that's where it's like the darkness and light imbalance between the two of you could be worked upon and shared with them, if you're willing to work on it with them. Because maybe there's times where they need to be a little bit more sweet. Maybe they are used to being, again, in the desert for so long that, you know, coming inside and taking your armor off would be really nice. I think they'd appreciate that. I may be separated, but I can never stop thinking of you. Yeah, I feel like, I don't want to say your feelings for each other are mutual. I can't really get a good gauge on this person. Maybe that's how you're feeling, but I feel like with this person, like, you guys are separated, but, like, I do think they think about you. I just don't think that they think about you as much as you think about them. You know, again, because I think you're hung up on this anxiety where you're like, I messed everything up and da-da-da-da. And to me, like, this is like, this person's just like, I'm just living life. You know, but I do think about you from time to time. I wish things could be different, but I'm also not going to put an effort into changing them until either something different happens, or maybe it has nothing to do with you. You know, it depends. With love comes acceptance. I will always accept you as you are. Okay, I'm sorry, someone got annoyed that I said it depends. It's like, it depends on your situation specifically with this person. And what the context is. And I know you don't like that because you want definite answers, but, like, that's kind of where this person's journey with you ends, is you can't rely on definite with this person. And that's going to drive you crazy, but that's where you have to understand that life is that way. Like, you can't always understand everybody. Maybe that's where the rigidness of why you need to fit in a certain kind of way is, because it means you expect something that will give you a certain result, when that's not how the rest of life works. Some areas of life are, yes, but that's artificial in how the world works. With love comes acceptance. I was always accept you as you are. Yeah, I feel like what you don't understand about this person too is, again, maybe you haven't gone through the life lessons this person has, but they still accept you. Like, I think there's like an element of maybe you think, oh, they're making fun of me for like my cutesy nature, or like you're making fun of my clothes or whatever. And I think this person's like, stop putting words in my mouth. Like, I feel like this person accepts you as you are. You're just having a hard time accepting them, you know? And I just feel like the feelings are mutual. Like, you guys do accept each other. It's just that sometimes when you're spinning, it's hard for you to like pinpoint that that's where there's fear and anxiety, again, of losing this person, but also like this is where they're at and you can't do anything about that. I'm thinking of my sister right now. Men deserve to worship you. They're unworthy of you. Oh gosh. Ooh. Ooh. Man, there's a little bit of back and forth here, because I feel like this energy kind of feels like it's coming from you to them, where I don't know, like I know this is about their energy, but this feels like for you guys, group number 2, there's almost this energy of you're like, why don't you let men worship you? like you guys don't seem to understand. Wow, this person must be very confusing to you guys. But you're like there's things about this person that you admire that you're like, why? Like, first of all, you don't let men treat you in the ways that I've let men treat me. And then you're also like, why don't you let men take care of you? And there's kind of a judging energy here, but it's a loving judging. You know what I mean? Because it's like, one, you're assuming that this person doesn't let men do that. I think they just don't show it off. And 2, I do think it's a different kind of energy. Because, like, for me, like, my mind immediately goes back to Game of Thrones. Khal Drogo, he was, like, the leader of these, like, horsemen in the desert, for context. And, like, they had a different lifestyle. Now, granted, Game of Thrones is really not a good analogy for life, but, like, if you are into men that are masculine in ways that are more old school, you're not impressed by muscles. You're impressed by skills. You're impressed by non-superficial things. Because, like, yeah, he can bring money home, but can he take care of his family? Can he actually protect? As opposed to, like, whatever. And so I feel like with this person, you're placing an assumption on them when your lifestyles are completely different. Your expectations are completely different. And if anything, I feel like, y'all, like I said, are you sure you don't have feelings for this person? Because I kind of feel like you're projecting a piece of yourself onto a man and how a man should treat this person, when this is what you would like to treat this person like. Oh god. Well, I wasn't anticipating the reading going this direction, helping you figure out your queer identity, but welcome to the club. It's hard to say I'm sorry when I'm so in love with you. You didn't deserve this sadness. Yeah, I feel like on the flip side, so this person towards you, with what they're actually like, I do think that this person has some kind of feelings for you, in the sense that they also want men to treat you better. But I think, like, this person also kind of puts you on a pedestal a little bit too. I do think that this person doesn't want you to be upset about your dynamic or about what this person did to you. I mean, like, I feel like this person would, like, if you told this person that your behavior or dynamic was making you upset and that you have feelings for them, then yeah, they would work with you on that. But they don't want you to be sad because you're feeling alone in this connection. And with the I'm so in love with you, I feel like you guys need to maybe take a step back and not put so much pressure on this relationship, when I don't think you understand how to express your feelings, thoughts, and emotions with this person. Because again, I think, like, you're claiming it's friendship or something, that you care about this person, and you're just like, they're unworthy of you. These other people are unworthy of you. And then it's like, okay, well, who is this person worthy of? You? Okay. Anyways, y'all, this was a pretty long reading, but thank you so much for stopping by. On that note, that is some tea. Anyways, thank y'all so much for stopping by. If you like this reading, please like, comment, and share this video. Check out links in the description below for if you want to book a reading. Check out my blog, check out my resources. You know, there are queer spaces that I can direct you towards if you're looking to explore or talk to somebody about this kind of stuff. I'm so sorry if I caused some offense here. Again, only take what resonates, because these are general messages, but I do think that there's quite a few layers to this reading that I'd love to, if this message resonates with you, feel free to book a message. Anyways, I will see you all next time. Thank you and take care. Bye. Hello, everyone. You have chosen group number 3, which is the axolotl with the trans flag. And these are going to be your messages from Spirit on what is this person actually like. This is so cute, okay, because I kind of felt like I was giggling. So it's like seeing this sticker. I don't know if you think this person's into anime or like they're very, very friendly and outgoing. I feel like this person makes you laugh, and so you think that this person's just like, not like a ray of sunshine, but definitely I feel like maybe this person seems like a queer ally, or maybe this person is just definitely like, yeah, they like to look on the bright side of things. And I think you feel, I don't know if you want to go out with this person or you're trying to see if this person's down, you know? You're kind of like, I get the vibe that you guys feel this person's just like, whatever. They're kind of casual. Maybe you aren't sure of their belief system. Again, you're kind of seeing like, can I ask this person out on a date? I'm not sure if they're down, but also it's cool if not. We can be friends. We've got Magic Stream in reverse, 18, and Rescue, number 16. So I don't know, 18 and 16, maybe you guys are younger. And either you're looking at a person that's older, or maybe you're in the same age gap or age range. With Magic Stream in reverse, I'm getting this energy of you guys are feeling this person has a lot of potential. Like there's something to do with creativity where it's like, you're like, wow, this person's mind is like really creative, but you also feel like there's like, maybe you're wanting more content from this person. Or maybe you're like, I don't really know what this person likes to create. It's like things just kind of died off between us, and I'm not really sure where to go next. I think you guys are like, for some reason I'm looking at this axolotl and I want to rub his belly. So it's like maybe you're thinking of like a cat, or like maybe you're just like, I just want like attention from this person. Where did they go? With Rescue, I do feel like you guys sometimes feel like, you're like, is something wrong with this person? So I don't know if this person like comes and goes from your life, or maybe you're not sure of like, I don't know, I see like you sometimes idealize this person like a princess in a castle. You know what I mean? Where it's like with the river here, the water's continuing in this card. This person could be a water sign, or they just seem like they always are like coming and going and changing. And so with the princess, I feel like you guys are kind of sometimes like, this could also be a more masculine crowd too, maybe not, but you definitely feel like you sometimes want to take action towards this person, be like, oh, let me help them. You know what I mean? And you have good intentions towards them. I think you also view this person as a helper. So when they're not helping or offering something, you're kind of like, all right, it's time to like buckle down and like, you know, rescue this person. I feel like this is so cute. Group number 3, like, I feel like you guys are this guy in the balloon with the giant magnum, or the spying glass, where you're spying on this person. You're kind of just like really trying to like analyze their social media or analyze what they're doing, what they're up to. And you just see them living life, you know what I mean? But you're kind of like waiting for your moment to like swoop in and save the day. Again, there's like kind of like two different energies going on. There's like the people that are like, oh, this is just a friend, and to the other people that are like, I'm actually wanting to date this person because I think they're really cute. and like, or we just want to like talk. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I don't know. You're just trying to like, And again with the rainbow, maybe you're trying to figure out, are they queer or are they like, or like, there's also kind of the energy of like, is that like the only thing you're gonna tell me about you? I don't know. Like, this person has you guys pressed. This person, you're kind of like, well, what are they like? Why aren't they posting on social media more? Yeah, we've got like cleaning house in reverse. Yeah, so maybe like they cleaned house or their social media and left you out in the cold. Or maybe there's like this energy of you're like, ooh, they just left like this community or this group of people. What are they doing? Or like, you're just like asking about them. And you're like, why? Why are you doing these things? All right, so what are the messages from Spirit about what is this person actually like behind closed doors? Oh, there's so much you don't know. You don't know the tea. Oh, I have to tread lightly on this. So I'm not giving anything away. Because I do feel like this person's got like some family secrets or family drama that they don't advertise. This person knows that there are people watching them, so they don't always reveal the truth. And they're also, what's kind of funny too is like this person does know about reverse psychology. So they know that even if you're like a step above, like, so there's like your standard stalking, right? This is the person that's like, I can trick the second layer of stalking and pull a reverse Uno on them to say like, oh, well, if you were watching my private social media page, why were you doing that? You know what I mean? Like, there's kind of like some kind of like they plant things, or they know to plant things because they know people are watching them. So they know that if you believe the bug, then you're the mole. You know what I mean? You're the mole, so then they cut you out. Oh, I admire this person so much. Like, this person always has a plan. Either in regards to you or in regards to somebody else. But, like, y'all think you're clever. And you're not gonna get on this person. Because, like, again, some of you guys, you are coming from a more innocent place, and some of you guys aren't. Some of you guys are kind of just like, I want to date this person, but, like, I'm not actually, like, I'm looking to date the aesthetic. Like, you want to rub the axolotl's belly because it's cute. But, like, this person actually wants, like, relationships. Ooh, look at how dark it just got. Ooh. There's something about, like, sorry to turn a light on. This person knows how to protect themselves. And I think you're not expecting that from the cute little axolotl. You're like, oh, they're so friendly. Yeah. Yeah, I can already tell y'all, you don't maybe realize a lot about this person. Some of you guys are like, again, yeah, this is like an anime person. This is like a fun friend. And I think to you guys, like, if you're coming at this person with good intentions, you're not gonna know about this other side of them. But it's not a bad side. It's just that they know how to protect themselves. And so, like, to you guys, they'll show you your like their belly. You're gonna be like, yay! Oh my gosh! Like, I love being love bombed by these people. So I don't know if this is like someone who like, not like a famous person, but I feel like maybe you guys are like either the fangirls or like the folks that are like, I just want to get closer. I don't know. I don't like the term fangirls. Like, there's kind of just this energy of like, we want to get to know you. We want to get to know you. And maybe this person is viewing you guys almost like they get like fangirl energy and they want to leave. You know what I mean? I don't think that this axolotl person is like a narcissist for saying that, but I think that they're not used to having attention. And so they like to just kind of hold themselves away. Maybe this is a Scorpio, maybe this is just a person that's like, leave me alone. And it's not like, I don't like you, it's that just leave me alone. And you guys don't take it personally though. You guys like understand, but like there's the other people in this pile that are like secretly like, I don't want to leave you alone. And those are the people that I'm like, you're gonna get your ass handed to in this message. And everyone else is gonna watch. I wish I could share my good news with you. Yeah, so I feel like with this person, group number 3, they want to connect with you. To most of you. they don't feel like they can share their good news because other people ruin said good news. So say, for example, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to hear about this new project. I want to get involved. I want to do all this stuff. And a lot of you guys have good intentions, but this person may be like holding off before sharing news because, say, for example, if you're running a business or an organization, you don't want to announce things until they're set in stone. Or just in general, like, I feel like this person, for some of you guys, they would love to sit and fangirl about things. The problem is when you've got the dude in the balloon coming in and trying to constantly mess things up or constantly watching you, it causes this person to get anxious and nervous, so they don't want to share the good news with everybody. Because that 2% of people ruin it for everybody else. You know what I mean? Or like, they're like, I don't know if this person's had stalkers in the past, so even if the person on the balloon is like, say, for example, you're like, I don't have that intention towards this person. Then it's like, okay. But understand that that person, number 3, doesn't actually know the difference between the person in the balloon. If you're watching that person on social media because you like them or because you're trying to do something else. Because I feel like this person has been messed with in the past. And so again, they're just like, yeah, I'm going to be like all cute and fuzzy. And then it's like, oh, look, it's my stalker. But I gotta pretend like he's not my stalker, you know? Like, I just see like this little axolotl, like he's hiding a Glock or something, being like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Just like, don't mess with this person. I left when I saw you with someone. Yeah. So I feel like you guys don't realize that, I don't know, maybe this person's autistic and doesn't always get social cues, but it's kind of like, if they see you talking with somebody, this person is gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna wait till they're finished talking. And then maybe they went and started talking to someone else. Meanwhile, you're like, oh my gosh, why didn't they come over and say hi? I do feel like there might be some social cues where, again, this person might just be autistic and they're just like, you know, and they're like, if I just like look cute, maybe someone will come say hi to me, or like they're gonna go away. I don't know. It's kind of like maybe this person doesn't always understand social cues. And so maybe you did this to them where you were like, oh, they're talking to somebody, I'll come back later. And then this person was like, oh, okay, I guess you don't want to talk to me then. I don't know. There's like kind of like a little bit of a misunderstanding energy where it's like, I think, like, if you want to get to know this person, just kind of, like, hang out, go to their events, or, like, support something, and then, like, over time, like, you gotta show this person that you're trustworthy, and that you actually want to get to know them as a person, just because I don't think this person knows... Again, I just see, like, the goofy axolotl just being like, hi! And they're kind of used to always being in this cutesy energy to protect themselves until they pull out the Glock. But again, though, like, I don't even know if it's even, like, a real one. I kind of feel like they just kind of, like, not, like, threaten people to be, like, just to get people to go away? You know? I don't know, because I don't know if that's, I think it's a metaphorical Glock, not, like, an actual one. You know what I mean? But I do feel like this person constantly has to be, like, very neutral and can't, like, show their true face because of society. I replay our conversations over and over. Yeah, I feel like sometimes you guys make this person anxious. So, like, maybe, for example, like, maybe they seem very confident, or there's something about them that maybe you would have thought that it wouldn't bother them. But then, like, maybe you were like, oh, hey, you know, I saw you posted this thing on social media, and I was just, you know, I was just making sure you were okay. So then this person was just like, I said one thing about the weather, and oh my god, everyone thinks I'm gonna kill myself. And then they're just like replaying over and over and over again, and they're spinning in their head, and they're like, I don't know what I said. And then they ran away. And so I just want y'all to know that that's kind of how this person reacted that way. And there's something about, like, conversations, like, maybe because you guys talk a lot with each other, and this person's not in the room, maybe you make assumptions about them. And then when they come in and don't act like that, then you guys get either not, like, offended or triggered. It's just kind of like this energy of, like, you guys don't know where this person's coming from when you don't realize that y'all came up with your own story about who this person was. And then when they do something authentic, you're kind of like, what? but you're not mad. You know what I mean? Some of you, like the people that are more in that energy of like, oh, this is my crush and you're idealizing. That's the people that would actually get mad. But those are the people that this person already knows about. So they're aware of it and they don't want you around. Sorry. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Yeah. I feel like this person, like for example, with the replaying over and over again, like this definitely seems to be like the person, like maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they like didn't use your right pronouns or they said something and this person got like upset, but like the axolotl person took it to like the nth degree going, oh my god, I'm trash. Like I'm a trash human being because I forgot their pronouns and I forgot their name, when really like you're just sitting there going like, guys, it's like, it's okay. Like people make that mistake. And you're like, this person's like, forgive me. I don't know. This is just a very I really like this person. They're so like dramatic and silly. I can see why you guys like them. They seem like a lot of fun. We've got, you're stuck in my mind like heartbreak. You broke me open. Yeah, I feel like maybe again, I just see like the derpy smile, like this person, like maybe you found this person very profound, and then this person's just like, derp, I didn't do anything. I'm just here existing. And so like, again, there's something in this dynamic where like this person doesn't know how to respond to, say for example, like if you go up to this person and try to give them like a life-altering compliment, this person just like deadpans because they don't know what to say. Like I think they like it, but they're just kind of like you could sit there and be like, you absolutely changed my life in 3 sentences, and they're just like, yeah. So like, please don't get offended because I don't think this person knows what they're doing. Oh my gosh. They're just like, yeah. That's really intense. Thank you though. I appreciate it. And so maybe you guys are thinking like, is this artificial, or like, do they not care that I had this profound moment? They're like, no, I nobody taught me in hot people school how to do this, how to handle profound compliments, because it would be like, oh, I like your jacket. Yeah, I can do that. Not like, you just gave me mind altering, like you healed my mind altering traumas, and you know, I now had a spiritual awakening because you said one thing to me at a shopping mall, and yeah, like I'm naming my children after you, and you're just like again, that's like an extreme silly example, but you know what I mean. Like this person might also take things to extremes to explain things, and you're like, oh, okay. Your strength and light give me courage and hope. Yeah. So what's kind of cute about y'all's dynamic between you, Pile 3, and this person is this person may not admit it or know how to, but like you guys give this person hope, and you're like, me? Or like the way that you guys operate in life. Maybe again, this is a socially awkward person that finally learned how to bloom and blossom and show their belly in front of people. And so, like, the fact that you guys make them feel comfortable to show their belly and be, like, all sweet and stuff really inspires them all the time. And I think, you turn them into this derpy thing because you just make this person feel very complex. And, yeah, they just know that they feel good around you. Aww, and that's authentic and genuine. You know, I think it's, like, the people that get the fake smile are the ones that are usually bothering them, versus the people that are actually like, this person's opening up to. Like, you'll be able to tell the difference, you know what I mean, because of the energy that this person will have around you. And also too, one thing to kind of remind y'all, if you're dealing with like an autistic person or somebody that like has sensory issues or whatever, or has varying levels of energy, I could definitely see this person being a little fake sometimes when they see you, where it's like maybe 85% of the time they have that happy reaction around you, but that 20%, like, you don't know what was going on with them. So if you guys are like, oh my gosh, this one time we were supposed to hang out and we couldn't, and they had a different vibe, like, it's not your fault. Because if they go back to that, like, 2 weeks from now, then yeah, it could have literally just been that day. And this person doesn't really, they're just always masking because they're just trying to enjoy life in the moment with you. So, yeah, because I think, like, for some of you guys, you don't realize that if this person's feeling like crap, they might be wearing a mask just so they can get to spend time with you. So that doesn't necessarily mean that they're lying about not wanting to spend time with you. It could just be like there's something else going on behind the scenes. And so, like, I don't know. I think just like trust that if this person wants you around, they're going to start inviting you closer. You know what I mean? Like, so for example, maybe you're like, I want to be friends with you. So they're like, yeah, after I have this event, let's hang out, let's go to a bar, let's go here. That's a sign that they like you, as opposed to like they gave you a glance across the room or they DM'd you. Yeah, look for something more direct than just we hung out one time because our mutual friends invited us, as opposed to like if this person says so, then yeah, definitely wait for like instructions from this person. Same with like the people with crushes, you know, do that. I love you more than I could ever let myself be. Yeah. Um yeah, I feel like this person has a hard time being authentic because it's like, yeah, like what you're seeing is authentic to them, but like I think I can't tell if this is your energy or how they're perceiving you. There's something about like sometimes this person has a low self-esteem, you know, and I think like you guys kind of love them more than they do sometimes, and you're not always aware of it. And so like yeah, I just feel like this person has a hard time genuinely opening up. And I think like you guys want them to always be in that rub my belly mode, but like I think you do have to have a little more patience than normal with this person because like they have to work hard to be vulnerable, especially when they're like, I never know when one of you is going to turn out to be one of my stalkers and I'm going to hate my life, you know, because some of you guys, again, are genuine and there's other people watching this where it's like, maybe you're a stalker and you don't respect boundaries. I don't know. You get to determine what version of this axolotl is you get because you're trying to get information, you know, and you're not going to get that from like a tarot reading, the stuff that you're trying to connect to. So you thought you could beat the system, but you couldn't. Only real ones know. If I could find words to express how I feel, I'd never stop talking. That's why I can't talk at all. Yeah, sometimes this person shuts down because they know they can't stop talking. Like I can see this person talking to you for hours about their hyper focus. So maybe, for example, this person's really into tarot or photography or something, and maybe when they're around other people, they don't talk about it, and then they talk to you, and you just like talk. You know what I mean? Like there's definitely like kind of this mutual energy of like, you know, when this person likes you is when they're being fixated and talking about something for 3 hours at a time, you know? And if you don't enjoy that, then don't be around this person, you know? Because some of y'all maybe don't want to talk about drumline for 3 hours. But you feel obligated to do it because you want to get to know them and you're like, this is getting to know them. Right here, right now. This is what they do. This is not a facade. This is who they are. It's the stillness in your heart that sets me on fire. Yeah, so something about, I think what this person appreciates is if you're the kind of person that you can just sit and be quiet with and just exist, this person will show you their belly, essentially. They'll just like, I definitely get the energy. This is reminding me of some people where it's like, basically, if I feel like I can take a nap around you, that's a good sign you're in. You know what I mean? Because this person, I feel like, is always having to put on a performance. And so when this person can take off the mask, like, they know that they're safe, you know? So that just sometimes means like, hey, you know what? If you want to hang out after this event, could we just like sit on a bench and eat some food and just listen to music and say nothing? Oh, that would be so great for this person. How many ways can I say I love you? One will never be enough. Yeah. I think like this person has multiple love languages, and that might confuse some people. It might confuse you because like sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, the gift that I gave them they really liked, versus other times they really like hugs. You know, I think it's just like this person is kind of a unique individual. And so I think like maybe they need multiple types of love language to prove that you're friends. I wouldn't overthink that though. And I don't like the proving energy because I feel like this person just kind of knows if you vibe or not, and sometimes they are just literally be like, let's have a derpy good time. You know, just set the frequency that you want with this person and roll with it. And, you know, if you're an axolotl person, just be an axolotl. You know what I mean? Just sit there and go, ah! Maybe you guys like making weird noises. Vocal stim club. We've got cassette, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events. Yeah, I feel like maybe with outdated thinking, maybe this person sometimes is struggling with it, like healing from something from the past. So their mind is replaying things. Maybe this person has PTSD or whatever, but there's something about like over your head. So, okay, so if this person has PTSD and you watch this person like zone out, that could be another thing that's happening is like with PTSD, sometimes people can literally disassociate and basically you're here but you're not fully there. If that happens with this person, just kind of like wake them up after a certain point in time because they might be overstimulated and they're just trying to hide it. And so they just go, yeah, automated response. And you're like, did they listen to what I said? And it's like, probably not because they were disassociated. So things will go over this person's head and you just gotta like kind of accept that that's like, the voices are telling me things. Yeah, palm tree, stability, security, permanence. Yeah, so I do think that this person is stable. So if you guys been sitting here like wondering like, okay, this person's kind of derpy, but like where do they get their money? Or like how do they survive? Yeah, because sometimes you guys are like, how are they doing all these things? Because this person is actually more stable than they appear. And this person pays attention to stability. So again, it's kind of like I can tell that this person has like layers to them. And so you're not going to know the layers to this person until you really get to know them. But I think like with this group, I think you guys are pretty happy with just like being friends, you know, and getting to know that version of them. Again, for the weird stalker people, it's like, well, good luck. Trying to get to that other version of them because they're on a different level than you. And growth is important to this person too. So I think like with this person, even if you get in one way, this person's always growing. So they're going to grow out of an old version of them and transform to be stronger than the last one. So I see them kind of like Pokemon. This person's a human Pokemon. They're always like getting experience and growing. So you can be like, aha, I got back at this person one time. It's like, okay, cool. Charizard uses flamethrower. Goodbye. The golden mirror, self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship. Yeah, I do think you need to be careful about like worrying if this person's a narcissist or not. This is like for a very specific type of person. This person's not a narcissist. This person more than likely is autistic and they're just trying to be happy in a world that they are not made for. Or sorry, this is a person who is trying to be happy in a world that doesn't like their existence, and so they're trying really hard to figure this shit out. With the self-absorbed, I think, like, for example, if they talk about themselves a lot, it feels like it's them trying to connect with other people, not them saying your thoughts and opinions don't matter. I think it's more so that's how they're trying to connect. And if you do feel offended by this, maybe talk to them about it. Because they'll probably be like, oh, yeah, no, I'm so sorry, I do that. And then they go back to doing whatever. I think that's just accepting their tism a little bit. But, yeah, I do think that this person is aware if they talk about themselves too much. Because it feels like the ADHD or ADHD experience of, I share something about myself, then you share something about yourself. That is how that goes back and forth. Versus, like, I could definitely see someone being like, oh, well, that's narcissistic. And it's like, well, it's very common in the ADHD community. It's not a new thing, you know? Yeah, so I just say, like, don't judge this person because this person is just trying to survive. Yeah, they don't really have ill intentions. We've got girl with the snake, empath, and narcissist paradigm. If anything, you're right. That card confirms it, that this person attracts a lot of narcissists because narcissists think that they can use this person and this person has been used in the past. So, like, for example, if you're feeling that, like, Archangel Michael protective energy, that's coming from the energy of, like, Please stop judging this person. They're just trying to exist. They're not trying to come out here and hurt people, and like they're not like a fake ally or anything like that. They're literally just trying to protect themselves from narcissists. And yeah, again, they're just trying to do their best. You know, and I think they've kind of let go of trying to be perfect because they're like, listen, I'm autistic and I can't help the fact that I'm kind of lonely and weird and I don't do things right. And I finally accept me for me. So, yeah. Oh, this person's done the work. And they're still doing the work too, because that's another thing too. Like, if they were narcissistic, they wouldn't be actively working on themselves or admitting their flaws, you know? And that's the thing too, is like, if you guys struggle with determining narcissists, definitely look up the term echoism. Because maybe this is a recovering echoist, where it's like they're not a narcissist, but they're like victims of narcissism. And then they echo certain behaviors. That would be a really, if you're interested in the topic, check that out. Mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend. Yeah, this person is hiding their true feelings about you and about everybody because they haven't made the determination that you're safe yet. Pretty much. And also, you're not obligated to know all of their thoughts and feelings. But, like, I don't think that's, like, a priority for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, you guys just care, like, does this person like me or not? And can we have a good time? And, yeah. With the exception of the weird stalker people. Sorry, I don't know why both the stalker people and the nice people are in the same pile. That's not normally how it works, but, you know. Hi to everybody. I left a piece of me in you. Yeah, I feel like, so what this person likes to do is they like to leave pieces of themselves with people. So for example, maybe they're like, oh my gosh, like, I love your outfit. And like, maybe they gave you a sticker for something that was really relevant to you after your conversation. You know, like, again, just be very careful to not like project, because this is for like the person that's a little obsessive and overthinking it. Like, if this person gives you like a sticker, it's like, yeah, because they were thinking of you. I wouldn't say it's surface level, but I don't think it's like that deep either. You know what I mean? There's like that social middle ground where this person's at, you know? Because for example, if you like, oh, they saw you like axolotls, so they went and stole you a sticker and gave it to you. For the people that go to the extremes, they're like, oh my gosh, that person's in love with me, versus like the other group of people, they understand that they're like, maybe they do that for everybody. And it's like, maybe, but they don't also have to mean it in a superficial way either. You know, like, y'all gotta find your middle ground. I miss our morning coffees. Yeah, I do think like this person, like, when they do think about you, group number 3, they're like, you know, I really wish I could just like go get brunch with them. You know what I mean? Or like with you and your friends, or just like you specifically, because it's just like, dang, like, maybe this person got busy with life, or maybe they're depressed or whatever, and they're like, yeah, I would really love to go hang out with you. Just they might be overstimulated, you know, and so they're like, dang, I want to go be an axolotl together. Aw, I do feel like this person may struggle with depression or anxiety, so they're kind of just like, like, I'm trying to self-regulate so I can go back to my friends. I regret the time we lost. Yeah, I do think, like, for example, if they did have to disappear from social media or disappear for a bit, like, this person definitely is flaky. Not because they don't love you, it's because they're battling other things and they're just trying their best. And with the I regret the time we lost, I do think they are mad at themselves for not being able to spend more time with you guys. And they feel ashamed for that. And I think, like, you know, if you guys do really want to get to know this person, I think just say, hey, don't, like, you're special to me, and I don't think you're a bad person for not always being on time or always doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I do feel like this person gets, like, turned off by people that get pissed about people being late. You know what I mean? When it's like, I'm trying to get out of bed today because of stuff I saw on the news about people literally wanting to kill me. Why should I be on time to everything because it's you? You know what I mean? Like, there's just kind of like this energy, like you guys understand group number 3, but like, this person does beat themselves up still, which they shouldn't, but like, I think it's just them being perfectionistic. I know this isn't fair. Yeah, like, oh, I feel like you guys really do care about this person. It's so cute. And it's like, I think they also complain about themselves and feel bad that they're like, yeah, it's not fair to me either. Like, I don't want to have these disabilities and I don't want to deal with these things, but this is kind of what I'm stuck with. You know, especially like with the PTSD thing, it's kind of like if you have never lived with a person with PTSD or befriended a family member or somebody that has it, like, there are going to be times when this person can't handle certain things and it's not your fault, you know, and it sucks. You know, I'm thinking immediately of like Chapel Rowan, who, you know, she has, I think she has a mood disorder or something like that. And so sometimes she's got to cancel her concerts because of her mental health, and everyone gets all pissed. And it's like, why? You know what she signed up for. Like, she performs all these other times, so why are you mad about the one time, you know? And I think like this person, like, you will lose this person very quickly if you get mad at them for taking care of themselves with their disability. Because it's a disability! Whoa! Wow! Oh, okay, here's a synchronicity. We've got 1 and 2, 2. Or, sorry, 11. But it's like, that's kind of cool. But we've got the Sun card, Cornucopia, and Goddess of the Moon in reverse, which is 52. So you might see synchronicities with this person, or have some synchronicities. That's where I feel like with the whole soulmate thing, oh, that was like the other pile. But like, I feel like for some of you guys, you might be like, this person's my soulmate because we had these synchronicities. And it's like, no, 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 that is not the dynamic going on here. Again, this just feels like more of like friends and people that you really like the image of this person and like things about them. And it's not just the image, you like them, but that's where I think you gotta be careful about not projecting onto this person. With Cornucopia, I feel like this person knows that you have a lot of abundance, or I wouldn't say abundance, but like you guys are maybe more blessed than you think. I think this person recognizes that you're like, wow, like they have a really great group of friends, or they have the ability to, like, you may not have everything you want, but you have everything you need, you know, and there's something kind of magical about your connection too. So for example, like, say for example, you like to hang out every Wednesday or something like that, and, or after shows again, and, this person's just like, wow, like, they get the like, I get the opportunity to spend time with this person, and they're very grateful for that. They view you as part of the abundance that they have, but also they view you guys as having like access to a really great resource, even if you don't think so. You know what I mean? I think you're very shiny to this person and you make them smile. So, and then with the Sun, yeah, you guys bring them joy, you know, and happiness, except for stalkers. With the Goddess of the Moon in reverse, I do feel like you guys have a lot of acceptance for this person's shadow too. I think like maybe after watching this reading, you might have gotten a much deeper perspective of them. And I think like understanding that this person's allowed to have boundaries and you don't have to know about the stuff that's going on behind the scenes. Just know that what this person's showing you is who they are to you. And yeah, I think that's like the best thing of advice. Like, stop paying attention to the mask, because again, if they're autistic, then they're gonna be masking regardless, and like, it's not that deep. With you guys, it's not that deep. Don't, like, this person just wants to have fun with y'all, except for stalkers. Anyways, though, thank you so much for sticking around for this reading. I know it was a little long, but I appreciate y'all sending you and this other person some love for whatever y'all are going through. And if you enjoyed this message, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Share it with your friends, and check out my website for links to resources and the blog and all that other cool stuff to learn more about Mindovermania. Anyways, thank you guys so much, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Hello, everyone. You have chosen group number 4 with the sticker of lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part. And this is going to be your messages about what is this person actually like. So again, I'm supposed to start off with messages of what you think this person is feeling towards you, or what you think this person's like, and then I'm going to show you what they feel. But right off the bat, I feel like this person likes you. Or there's definitely like a mutual connection of sarcasm going on here. This person is just sarcastic as shit and funny. And yeah, I feel like you make this person smile or they make you smile. I don't know. I'm definitely seeing like a mirroring energy back and forth. Like maybe you guys are very playful and flirty at work and you're trying to be like, I know they like me. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the energy I'm getting from you guys. Um I know that I crossed the line with you. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh, maybe you pissed this person off. I'm not really sure. There's kind of like I'm smiling. There's like a lot of like happy energy, and I feel like maybe this is your energy towards this person, where you're like, I know I crossed the line with you, but I know that she likes me, or like there's definitely like this energy of like, I know I still got in. I know I'm in with this person. You came closer than anyone. Yeah, I feel like you're zooming in on this person, like you're sitting there being like, you feel very confident that this person likes you. And you believe that this person thinks that you have come closer to them or her than anybody. Oh, there's a little bit of a cocky energy here. I'm seeing like with my Archangel Michael statue, I'm sitting here, you're sitting there being like, yeah, I'm kind of like their Prince Charming or the Knight in Shining Armor. You're kind of just like, you're feeling good, you're feeling confident. You're like, okay, I made her laugh once or twice. I know I messed things up, but I know I'm coming in. I'm coming in. I did the work. I don't know. You are just all smiles when it comes to this person when you're thinking about them. And I think like with the I know I crossed the line with you, I feel like maybe it was like you said something. You're like, I said something a little nasty, or like I said something that maybe I shouldn't have. You know, maybe you made a joke or once or twice that this person didn't like. I'm seeing them, they're not smiling, they're not happy. I'm seeing like, for example, if you're into anime, Inuyasha and Kagome, that kind of vibe where it's like Inuyasha and Kagome, you know they're soulmates, but then like Kagome's like, oh, I want him to like flirt with me, and then he's just like, no, we're not in love, we ain't lovers. That's like the energy I get, where it's just like either you or this person is like, we ain't in love, and then you're saving each other's ass all the time. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the enemies to lovers, or at least that's what you're perceiving with this dynamic. I knew exactly what I was doing. Yeah, I don't know if you purposely try to piss this person off to get their attention, and it worked. It pissed somebody off. Somebody's mad. Again, like it doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic relationship, but I do feel like a majority of you guys are inquiring to see what this person like this wasn't supposed to be a reading about like what this person's feeling about you. Feelings will come out because this is supposed to be what they're actually like. But I feel like you guys are very like in your headspace about this person. You're very much like, I love this person, but it feels very much in your head. So maybe you've fantasized or romanticized this person about what happened between the two of you. And again, I just kind of get this vibe that you're like, oh yeah, she's coming back. No doubts about it. As you watch a tarot reading from Chris the Sass Master on Are They Coming Back? Let's see what Spirit actually has to say. I don't know if you used to make this person smile, but they're not laughing right now, man. I don't think you should be cocky in terms of this situation, because I don't think she's laughing back. Like, this feminine energy's not feeling your frequency right now. I don't want to give you hope and say that you're not over, but I definitely don't feel like you guys are coming back to your old frequency. Not after what you pulled. Yeah, you done goofed in a way that you're not getting out of this. Okay, what? There's like some messages from source that you're gonna get after I politely deal out this message. Yeah, because I kind of feel like I'm gonna say some things you're not gonna like, so we're gonna get some positive messages from Spirit, or I shouldn't say positive, but this is like specifically stuff from Spirit, or maybe like a higher self that you need to like let go of in terms of this connection. Because like there's something about like you don't know what you're talking about, and it feels kind of accusatory. Oh my gosh, there's like, what the heck? Oh gosh, there's like all these things that are unsaid between you. Like, have you guys not worked things out with this person? Is that why you're watching this tarot reading? Like, because there's something about like you're kind of sitting in Delulu land thinking that like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pull out a sword, and like I do get this energy of maybe you're like, I want to come in and rescue this person from whatever they're dealing with. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you guys are like, oh God, I'm not gonna lie, y'all are giving me Gaston energy. It's like you're kind of like, I need to go defeat somebody to impress my woman, to make her feel like she's like, like there's something about like you pride yourself on being a protector, right? And having protective energy. And again, it's kind of like I see you as coming in and like, yeah, I killed the beast. You know what I mean? And that's going to make her fall in love with me, or I'm protecting her from the beast. Meanwhile, she was like, but I fell in love with the beast. Or it's kind of like maybe this person loves animals and you're like, animals are just like creatures. I don't know. There's definitely like some internalized misogyny here where I'm like, why do you think you like this person? I don't really understand the logic here of why you feel so devoted to this person when you don't really listen to what this person wants and needs. Like, there's like a lack of feelings here going on between you and this person. Like, this person's like, why are you getting a tarot reading on me? Like, I thought you knew we were over. You know, like, this feels definitely cold, callous. Yeah, they don't really want anything to do with you. Did they block you? Is that why you're asking a tarot reader about this? Maybe not, but like they're not engaging with you at all energetically. I don't know. I feel like you're like make believing that they're checking in on you energetically. Meanwhile, they're like, no. Why? Ooh, this is harsh. I'm so sorry. I watch you with your family. I watch you with your family. Yeah, I feel like you think that this person's watching your every move because they care. And like this person's like, I mean, they may be watching you to protect themselves from you because they're not sure what are you going to pull, you know? And again, I feel like maybe this person has insights way closer to you than you believe. And that's why they're watching you. Is they're trying to make a call on whether they're going to pull out their guns to protect you or to protect yourself or what's going on. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel friendly energy coming from this person. And you're kind of delulu about that. Because you messed up and you're not owning it. You're not owning your part of the situation, like the emergency on my part. Like you waited around on your time instead of working with this person. And so now you're getting pissed off when they're showing up at your door. But with their guns and knives, it's just kind of like, yeah, because you pulled the trigger. You shot out into the dark, and then now you're like, all right, here's the FAFO. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. Yeah, I don't think you realized... Like, did you not believe this person when they said that they were going to mess things up with you? Like, I'm sorry, did this person have to, like, leave because you threatened to hurt them? Or something like that? Like, did you do something that caused this person to be this kind of way? Because, like, I'm sorry, there's something about this energy between you and them where it's like, you thought you were, like... Alright, so let me, like, move the camera so you can see. So we've got, like, Archangel Michael there and this woman, and you thought you were there with your sword. You thought you were coming across as protective or tough or whatever, And this person's like, you're the perpetrator. They saw you with your knife, and they're like, okay, you're gonna sit here and come after my family. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't take you seriously then, and now they're taking you seriously with, like, an emergency. They're just like, shit, this is like an emergency. What are you gonna do to me and my family? You know what I mean? And I'm sorry I didn't believe you. I think that you thought you were coming in tough and speaking in a certain kind of language when you didn't understand what you were messing with, right? This person's dangerous, man. Like, and I'm sorry, it's like, and what I'm seeing with, like, the feminine, this feminine person's not messing around with you. Like, they're not taking your protective energy, like, as a, like, they see it, like, they can't tell if you're joking or if you're this person that's gonna, like, attack them. And that's where, like, I don't know what kind of delusion you think, like, I'm sorry, like, I don't know who the heck I'm talking to, but I'm literally like, why are you pursuing women that know how to protect themselves when you don't respect women? Like, what are you doing? I'm sorry, like, I just want to, like, stop the reading, because I'm just like, why are you on my YouTube channel? Why are you asking these kind of questions when you know what the heck you did? You know what I mean? I got the death energy. Like, why aren't you respecting this person's boundaries and their energy? Stop trying to pursue this person when you clearly don't give a shit about them. You're not this person's savior. You're not good for this person. Not when you're acting this way. Not when you're acting like Gaston. Who gives a fuck if you're a guy or a girl? I don't know. There's some kind of a weird gender dynamic here where it's like you're not respecting the battle that this person's already won and overcome, and you're coming in with this vibe that's like, oh, I'm better than you. Like, fuck off. Fuck off. Please take care of yourself. Yeah, this person wants you to take care of yourself. They want you to clear your energy of everything to do with them and to go away. So do it. Do you want me around? Yeah. Like, they know you want them around, but they're not coming back to you with open arms, because why would they? You shot the gun off. Like, I'm sorry, like, why would... And that's another thing, too, because, again, this has, like, misogynistic energy, because, like, you could be a woman and have a lot of internalized misogyny. Why would this person want you around when you're making threats towards people? In a joking way. Like, this isn't like, ha ha ha, like, I'm gonna cut your head off, but, like, this has the energy of, like, people are starting to question if you're actually joking or not. And there's a certain point where, like, we don't like hearing those kinds of jokes all the time. Like, especially, like, to me, it's like, if you're making those kinds of jokes around a domestic violence survivor, for example, that could be very fucking triggering. Okay? Like, just because you grew up in a military family or whatever, and we're like, we used to have, like, this dark sense of humor. No. Like, you're dealing with a mature adult person who doesn't want to be around that shit. Like, if anything, they know that you're like, do you want me around? Like, but you're sitting there feeling so confident that this person loves you that you're just gonna act like you feel like you can act entitled and act however you want. You're gonna get this person. Again, I don't even know why you're on my YouTube channel. I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? I see all that you do for others. Yeah, you like this person because this person is very kind. And this person sees you in the exact opposite energy. They see the way you antagonize people. They see the way that you choose to bring out the worst in other people. Like, you know what you're doing. And so it's like mind-blowing to me that you guys are obsessed over how this person's so kind and sweet. And this person is like, wow, you actually trashed this person's reputation for no fucking reason. Why would I respect you? Why would I want to be with you? You treat your friends like crap. Like, why would you talk to a person that way? Why would you talk to a kid that way? You know, like there's definitely like this energy of like you're not understanding something or someone. You gotta let it go. Like seriously, you gotta. This is your sign from the universe. Pause. Take a time out. Go get a smoke. Go do something else for a little bit, and revisit this connection because I think like there's a lot of healing work that needs to be done here. But like, don't go off the handle after this message because I'm just like, why are you even here? Oh gosh, I'm so mad. I am learning so much from you. Yeah, I feel like you are teaching this person lessons in how to avoid and ignore assholes. Because that's what you're being to people. I don't know why you think talking down to people is funny or why did you think you were an exception to this person's role? You know what I mean? Like that like you think that kind people if you think kind people are weak, why would you show up to a tarot reader or to this person that likes to protect nice people? You know what I'm saying? Like to me, I'm like, what like where in your delusion do you believe that every kind person is a pushover? Like, people just know how to avoid you and how to undermine you and to get away from you. Because there's plenty of people like you out there. This person wants nothing to do with this kind of energy. Again, I just see you as trying to be very like it's like Gaston. You know what I mean? Like I'm literally like you seem like you're not very smart and not very aware and you just want what's for you and you're not like the lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part. You're going to do things on your own time, but you're not doing it because you're taking care of yourself. You're doing it because you're entitled. Because you don't give a shit about other people's energies and their needs. You don't consider their needs at all. To me, you're like, oh, look, a shiny, beautiful, attractive woman. I want it. Because they're not a person. You don't care about what this person thinks or feels. And you've proven it time and time again. You prove it to their family. You prove it to everybody. What the fuck? Oh god. Alright. Anyways, hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on. Yeah, this person's interrogating people about you. They're trying to figure out, are you coming after them or not? Are you going to be suing them? Are you going to be doing things you shouldn't? This person's not playing with you. I don't know what you thought was going to happen when you mess with this energy. With like the rebuilding, I think if you want to rebuild anything with this person, you got to start from ground zero. Maybe even like below ground zero. Because this person does not have a very, like, if anything, I think with this person, like, you shattered an image of who you thought they were. And I feel like you're like projecting this energy onto them, like, well, they said this, they did this, and it's like, yeah, when they were younger and unaware of things. Yeah, when you treat people like shit, you're gonna get nasty responses from people. Like, I'm sorry, like, I'm sitting here like questioning my energy, being like, why am I reacting this way? And I'm like, yeah, because you're sabotaging things. Like, say, for example, this person works really, really hard on building other people up and building things, and then you came in because you're like, oh, well, I'm a guy, so, like, let me have my hammer, I'm gonna fix it, and then you break shit. And then this person who worked really hard on something is like, why are you fixing something that isn't broken? And because you're not understanding that you are trying to get this woman's attention because you like them, you come up with some stupid-ass excuse to say, oh, well, I was doing it because this thing broke. And they're like, no, you're sabotaging me. And then you're like caught with your pants down. And then you're like, but you need me. And then you like create a problem so that way you are needed because you can go solve that problem because for some reason you're thinking that this person doesn't want you around. When it's like, this person probably would care about you and want you around if you stop breaking their shit. Like, this is so, like, who the heck taught you this kind of masculinity? I'm so sorry. Like, oh my gosh. Like, why are you not confident in your ability to bag this person as you are? Because you're not confident. Oh my god. Okay, like, seriously, for real. Like, I'm sure you would make a really great partner if you got over this stupid ass, like, mindset. Because I'm like, this is... Oh my gosh, this would piss me off. Sorry, I'm protecting your person because I'm just like, no, no, no. Like, what? You're like, I'm working on it. Okay, well, I'm glad you're working on it because this is what this is for. Okay, but I apologize if my personal frequency gets in this because I'm just like, why? What? Like, why do you not believe that you inherently, who you are, provides energy for this person? Like, I'm sorry, like, if this person was like a damsel in distress, like, I get you like that dynamic, but then you get bored. Then you don't like them because they're not independent. So then you go after someone who is independent and doesn't need you, and you get fucking scared because you're like, oh, they're gonna leave me, they're gonna whatever. And it's like, yeah, they will. Because you're not taking care of yourself. You're trying to put a dynamic onto them because they have a vagina. And it's like, oh no. Oh no. Or maybe this person has a cock. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, maybe this woman's so used to rescuing men her whole life, she's like, why in the hell would I want some alpha male sissy who pretends like they're tough, and then they come out of the woodworks and they screw up everything? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, this type of energy wastes time, money, and energy. Oh my god. I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting, wanting to date. Yeah, like, this person liked you in the past, but like when you pulled this stupid ass shit, this person was like, no, get away from me. You know? Like, there's this energy of just being like, ugh, like, ugh. They're like very repelled right now. And I think, like, yeah, they probably like some aspect of you, but it feels like, again, this image of who you built yourself up to be is not who you are. And when this person figured that out, they're like, nope, 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 nope. I am keeping to myself. Mm-mm. Want to date? Yeah, like, I feel like this person wanted to date you. Maybe they do like you a little bit, but, like, again, you're, like, so determined on, like, working on it, and it's, like, rebuilding. Could there be a chance? I guess. But, like, do you like them or do you love them? And it feels like, to me, like, the energy going on between the two of you is like, you only like the idea of them. And I think when this person figures out that that is all you've got, you're not going to have a chance to get in. And the I'm learning so much from you, it's probably because you're used to, I just like the fight. You know what I mean? Women are too easy for me and all this other stuff. And so then you meet this person and you're like, oh, this is a challenge. And then, like, you intentionally want this person to fall in love with you so that way you can win. And this person, when they figure that out, you're not going to have access to them. And it's like, you're like, this is how you see me? Yeah, because that's what happens all the time with people like this energy. Sorry. This is why you're in your head, you're not in your heart. And that's why I don't think you care about this person. Paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. Yeah. You enjoyed each other. You could have been happy, but you made choices that go against this person's value system. And there's just, like, this entitled ass energy that you feel so entitled to women and them doing things for you that you don't care about her happiness. You don't care what she gives to you, your organization, your company. Like, you're definitely the type of person that, like, you want arm candy to make yourself look good. You don't even consider if she actually enjoys being around you because you care about what the men around you think. You care about women that aren't the girl you're with. You like the idea of what women think, but you don't actually notice if they're there because they are just numbers. Again, this is just a very toxic masculine energy, and I'm just like, I'm so tired of this, you guys. I really am. I'm gonna continue your reading, but, like, yeah, I just feel like you got this girl pissed off and frustrated, and, like, why? Like, why should I bother opening up myself to you? You don't understand feminine frequency at all. Yeah. Ugh, I just want to cry. You call my demons. You remind me I'm not a monster inside. Yeah, so I think like one thing about your connection with this person and you is that you expose this person's demons to them, right? And so the feminine demons in this case are being passive to abusive behavior, to misogynistic behavior. Maybe they had internalized misogyny, but then when they saw it in you, you you showed them what real toxic masculinity looks like. Okay? Like it's the idea of like, yeah, I'm going to give you flowers but not care about the repercussions of if someone else is watching. You know what I mean? Like this gives me definite like I like control, but I label it as I'm a good man, I'm a protector provider person and like women aren't self-actualized. The I'm not a monster inside. You guys have so much denial over the pieces of you that are actually hurting people. Like, you guys don't care. You don't notice if you hurt people at all. Like, the lack of awareness here is just. Yeah, again, like the lack of planning on your part does not constitute an emergency on my part. I just feel like people, when they notice certain things about you, this isn't just this person, but people in general, they're literally like, okay, you having these thoughts and opinions, since obviously I can tell you something, but you're not going to listen, I'm going to go this way. I don't have to fight. I don't need to argue. I'm not going to respond. That's what they're doing to you. Okay, and you're not perceiving that that's what's happening. Yeah, because people have just learned to avoid you. They don't listen to what you have to say. You flap your mouth, and people go, okay, you don't know what you're talking about. It's kind of like going up to a tarot reader who's been reading for like 10 years and explaining things to them that they're like, yeah, I knew that a long time ago. Why are you telling me? Are you trying to make yourself look good to me because it's not working? Because it's not. You know what I mean? Like, I know what this energy is, and it's like you're sitting there thinking, like, yeah, I want to show them that I'm this like powerful whatever, and it's like this person's like, I don't care. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the masculine energy of like it's ego based, it's masculine ego, and you're not connecting to your feminine because you don't care about your own feelings, so you're not going to care about the feelings of her. And she's sitting there just like, okay. And that's why you're like, oh, she's playing hard to get, when it's like, no, she doesn't want you. You're Gaston in her eyes from Beauty and the Beast. And some of you guys might not even think Gaston's a problem. Like, I definitely feel like this person gives me the vibe that you would definitely vote for people so women couldn't read. Or you've definitely have friends with men or women that believe women should be stuck in the kitchen, and you're going up to a powerful, independent woman that because she wears a dress, you think you can just talk to her any kind of way, or because she's a woman that she doesn't have leadership capabilities and what, like, this is so, like, I'm sorry, you guys are, you're kind of dumb. Dumb or ignorant, either way. I'll wait for you, don't lose hope, honey. Yeah, she's not waiting for you. Like, she's not. She doesn't want anything to do with it. Maybe like a piece in her heart is like, I'm waiting for the day when you heal and come back to me in a different age, because you're in the Stone Age right now. In paradise, like, yeah, I feel like this person definitely does dream about like a happily ever after, but it's not here. And you're not willing to listen to these honest conversations with women. You know what I mean? Like, I definitely see you guys as being, I don't even know why you're watching a tarot reading, to being perfectly honest, because I thought that's stuff that people like you don't like. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. I said it. I said it because this is how I feel about this type of energy. You keep me real. Yeah. You guys bring this person to a reality that they're protecting themselves from. You know, it's kind of like when she's like going about her day, or they're going about their day and they're happy with the way they're living life. And then you come in and you remind them of why they don't interact with certain demographics of people. Because you can't admit when you hurt somebody. You can't admit that, oh, when they look at me, I'm not a person. I'm not real to you. So, yeah. I feel like this person's like so shut down around you. Because they've lost hope in this connection. Yeah, so it's like my eyes are like, lose hope, honey. Yeah. Like, leave him alone. Like, if you're not gonna change, leave him alone. I'll give you my heart and soul if you'd let me. Yeah, this person learned from you that if this person gave you their heart and soul, you're just gonna trash on it. You're not gonna accept it. You're gonna try to mold it in your image. And that's not who they are. And I'm learning so much from you. I'm like, has no one ever told you guys this stuff? Yeah, it's kind of like, if you'd let me give you my heart and soul, but like, you didn't ask. Like, you didn't give the opportunity to, like, you just felt entitled to someone else's heart and soul without putting in any effort or work or healing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting here like thinking about like my personal journey, and like, I literally went through hell and faced my own demons so I could love somebody properly that fucking wants to treat me like shit. Why would I go back to somebody like that? You keep me real. Like, the lesson was that, oh, in that scenario, I learned that I'm real about this connection because I faced my shit so that way I could connect. But if you didn't talk to this other person, like, if you're not keeping it real with yourself about how your behavior affects other people, then you don't deserve this kind of energy. Guys, again, you just kind of see this person as a trophy. And you're like, no, I don't. I'm like, yeah, you do. Because that version of you that would actually be able to connect with that person, you killed. You left it and abandoned it. I'm learning so much from you. Yeah, you taught this person how to live without you. And you taught them their value because of your dark side. And some of you guys are like, I wasn't that bad. Why are you grilling me? And it's like, it doesn't matter if you didn't come out and do these things to this person specifically. You carry this energy. And that's what I'm speaking to. Is that this energy needs to stop. Like, again, why are you even at a tarot reading? Or at this tarot reading? Because I'm like, you're only going to learn when you decide. And that's not the time this person has. I just need a date to the movies. Yeah. This person literally just wanted to spend time with you. Like, they didn't want the house. They didn't want all this other stuff. They didn't want all the... They wanted to go to the movies with you. They wanted to sit and have coffee. They wanted to sit and do all that just normal ass shit. And, you wanted to make it about you. You wanted to make it a romance movie. You wanted to go the whole extra 9 yards, come in and be the hero, wait for the savior moment. And instead you led this person on, pulled the rug out from underneath them, and then are blaming them when they're trying to protect themselves against you and your energy. This is why you gotta heal, guys. Because this is not... I don't know what kind of romance novel y'all are trying to write, but this ain't it. You know what I mean? You're not accepting this person for who they are. Don't go without a goodbye. I need to know how you feel. Yeah, I mean, like, I think for some of you guys, you lied to them flat out. Or you weren't consistent. But, like, the don't go without a goodbye, I think that's, like, your vibe. This person doesn't necessarily want a goodbye from you. Or maybe you already gave them a goodbye, but that wasn't a real goodbye, guys. You know? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not the one to tell you what to do, but if you want to have a connection with other people, then you need to start actually holding yourself accountable. Stop trying to save face. Like, Like that beginning energy, as I said, do you like them or do you love them? Because love doesn't act like this. I need to know how you feel. You didn't show this person how you felt. You just gave some half-ass response that was overly emotional and dramatic, or like I said, like this is giving me the energy of like, well, because I mailed you flowers, that shows you how much I care. Dude, that doesn't do shit about this sort of stuff, especially when you're dealing with a powerhouse woman. No. Like, they know that you don't give a fuck. You only care about yourself. I'm learning so much from you. Again, like, are you even learning anything from this person? Be honest. You know? Like, I think this person left because you didn't take anything away from them. The honesty is that they didn't they took away a lot from this connection, but they didn't take it away from the energy of love. If anything, they're learning stuff about why they hate you or why they hate the patriarchy or whatever. Like, you could have maybe really, like, infantilized this person, and this person didn't even know it. It took them time to figure out, oh, you think I'm stupid. Oh, so all that time I spent considering your feelings and thoughts, you didn't do that for me. You actively only care about this fantasy version of me. Like, you're not going out there and researching how to protect people like me. You don't know shit about protecting me. If anything, I gotta protect me from you. Because you're sitting there saying, oh, I'm the protector person. I'm the savior. When you are behaving exactly like all the perpetrators this person had to deal with in the past. And don't sit there and be like, oh, I would never hurt a girl. I would never hurt this person. It doesn't matter. If you are not aware of how to actually protect a person, and I'm not talking about learning how to shoot guns and stuff, there is so much more to protecting a woman than just being able to fight. And if you can't even get to the emotional side of things, like, you know what I mean? Like y'all are definitely the type of people that you aren't actually aware of how men hurt women. And that's why women, you may have had women that were traumatized in the past that don't actually know how to do it. This person's not stupid. And again, if this is a man, like, he knows what women do to hurt them. You know what I mean? Like, he's not dumb. Like, he knows when girls try to do certain types of things. And, like, maybe you misjudged this person because you thought maybe they were just, oh, I was just being quiet and shy and blah, 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 playing hard to get. No. No, you vastly misjudged this person. We've got 34, door to personal healing and happiness. Yeah, you're like, God, like, I don't know, were you like the one that got away or something like that from this person? Like, this person's like hurting. Because, like, the door to personal happiness and healing, I feel like that person's just trying to, like, move on. Like, with this door, I'm seeing, like, they're moving on without you. Like, they're seeing a happy-ass future by themselves. Without you. Because they're not playing these games. They're not playing with the ego. They're not playing with the whole, like, oh, well, we're spiritual connections and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no. This person would be safer without you in their life because you refuse to face your ego. And you're on this ego trip. Again, my eye keeps getting drawn to Santa Muerte. You need to face the version of you that died a long time ago. The version of you that actually cared about chivalry, that actually connected to other people, that didn't have to constantly protect themselves. You could be a masculine energy that was wounded as a child. Wound from your dad. Leave your dad out of your relationships with this person. Because some of y'all, you're not facing your daddy issues in the right way, and you're making women carry the burden of the shit you won't face. And you won't accept that. You won't listen to that. I feel like so many people have tried to tell you things, and it's just like, it just goes over your head. And it's like, why talk to you? Like, this is why intelligent women don't talk with you anymore. Yeah, because y'all are, here's another thing too that you guys aren't aware of. Like, there's a certain demographic of woman that sticks around you for a reason. Because they're insecure. And they don't know how to heal themselves. And they don't have boundaries. Secure women see this, they can see you a mile away and they walk. And I feel like you're not used to women that actually sit around and talk you through this shit because we have to stay filtered. Now, this is a tarot reading where you're not sitting in front of me, so I can say whatever the heck I want, but like you guys are really not aware of the energy that you're giving off that keeps away women that know how to take care of themselves. Because they're all focused on themselves. Like you gotta like you're not used to having to work to get a woman's attention because the attention that you get from certain types of women are women that put up with this stuff. Independent women don't, like, they're like, no, why did you even, you said what now? You're even in the same room with who? Oh, no. Yeah, you guys are the ones that are creating feminists. I'm just saying. We've got third chakra, Archangel Chamuel, which this was in the reverse, 37. Yeah, so there's, this person does not view you as confident or masculine. Yeah, whatever happened between the two of you, this person, they don't respect you the way they used to. Maybe they respect you kind of like overarching, like it's like, yeah, you're still a person. You're not like a horrible person, but you're, okay, I wouldn't even say that. Some people do think you're a horrible person. There's like this kind of mixed energy of like, they definitely view you as not confident. And this person had their confidence blown kind of by you because it's kind of like, for example, if a woman's vulnerable with you and then as you're talking and you find out, oh, this person's actually a misogynist and doesn't fucking listen to me, it hurts their confidence. It hurts their ability to feel safe around you. And I think like they're developing their self-confidence as a result of talking with you because they're like, okay, you showed me who you were, so I'm gonna get stronger than you and I'm gonna leave you behind. That's the energy this person's currently in. Again, you can change the direction of this, but you have to let go of this ego or talk to this person because, again, you guys are refusing to have the conversation that you need to heal between the two of you. Strategy, journal, log. Yeah, you don't know what this person's planning. And I think journal, log, maybe this person's a writer. Maybe this is someone who writes down their thoughts a lot, or like maybe they draw. Maybe they're into spiritual stuff. I do see like astrology. Again, there's just kind of this energy that like you think, oh god, I gotta laugh at y'all a little bit. Like y'all are sitting here acting like you know spiritual stuff more than a intuitive woman. Like, oh my god. Oh no. Yeah, no guys, like this is like, oh, this is embarrassing on your part. Okay, yeah, I'm so sorry if I know you. I'm really trying to not be offensive here, but I'm like, this energy's gotta go. The strategy here, this person's focused on writing a bright future. This person's coming up with beautiful ideas. And yeah, they're kind of like rewriting the past between you two. You know, I feel like, but they're kind of like writing you out of their story. You know? Yeah, there's just like a lot of hope of healing in this connection, but like I think they're trying to make the best of it. I do feel like this person wants a new beginning. And with like, again, I'm seeing like the inspiration here on the third chakra. Yeah, I feel like they're doing a lot of spiritual work right now, a lot of spiritual healing. And yeah, like as they're creating and journaling and doing these things, they're developing like consciousness and awareness to all the bullshit that was happening. Because I think like as this person heals, the more they're gonna realize the layers to your deception. And you're like, I wasn't deceiving them. This is like again, like I see you guys being like, this is biological. This is what biology tells me. And I'm like, you guys are so fucking in your own assholes. Like, oh my god. Yeah. No, this person doesn't respect you. Or at least I don't. I'm having a hard time keeping my bias out, but I think this person's in alignment with me. Yeah, because maybe you guys are like, oh yeah, I want a tough girl. I want a girl that's like whatever. And I'm like, you guys, you're not even tough yourselves. Journey 2. Yeah, this person is going on, like, I don't know if this person like left home to get away from you. We've got 2, 21. So maybe 2 2's significant here too. But like, this person knows you weren't going to stick around for the long term. I think a piece of them always knew that you weren't going to follow through with leveling up. And you're like, wait a minute, what? And I was like, yeah, because this person's an intuitive. This person's been having dreams about the future since they were like a very small child. I don't know where you guys get the idea that you can out spiritual a shaman. You know what I mean? Or a leader or whoever this person is. And just because they're going through trauma doesn't mean that they have to bring you into their story. You know? Like, I'm sorry, like, I'm literally sitting here thinking of somebody right now where I'm just like, yeah, that person went through a lot, but, like, you're not helping. If anything, they helped you realize that, like, yeah, you were good enough and brought me out to this level, but then now that I'm actually here, ready to commit to you and bring this energy in, and I already feel all these other tarot readers projecting onto this, like, well, it was your lesson, and you know, you shouldn't have given yourself away, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Spiritual awakenings and soul ties and things like that to a traumatized person, it's not her fucking fault if she brought her heart and soul out into somebody she believed in and she got hurt. Quit with the victim blaming, guys. Like, I'm sorry, like, if this person really authentically believed in you and you fucked them up, that's on you. Okay? Because I don't think that this person was fantasizing about you. I think they genuinely believed in you. And this image that you sold to them. And so then laughing at them like they're so stupid and whatever, like, that's on you. Again, you didn't need to be this golden statue of a person, but you also didn't need to be a closeted asshole either. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, like, laughing at this person's identity, laughing because you're like, oh, well, they're just a girl, so, like, you know, like, you're just like, you guys had this, like, conquering energy, and you're like, no, I didn't, I'm not that guy. Yes, you are that guy. Just because your flavor of it follows your moral code does not mean the energy's any different. You're not viewing the underlying vibe here. Again, because you're so caught up in your version of masculinity. And I think this person has a very different view of what kind of masculinity works for them. So if this is who you want to be, then it's who you want to be. Final card, we've got... Yeah, something's elusive to you in this connection. We've got 38, Archangel Raphael, 4th chakra in the verse, the heart chakra. Yeah, this person views you as someone whose heart is closed off. And so this person is also working on their heart chakra. And I think what you did bring in your connection, because like who this person actually is they have like a really deep soul. Their heart is really crucial to their heart space. And I think they're coming back to life now. After what they've lost. Because I don't want to say that your connection broke this person. I think this just really highlighted, like, you were the embodiment of all the things that remind them of people that have failed them up until this point, where it's like, wow, there was that person who I thought was going to be the person that gets me out. And then, you weren't that. And I think, like, the feelings are mutual here, you know, where you guys probably thought the same thing about this person, but you're asking about this person because you're like, yeah, well, it's okay because it's all going to work out in the end because we're supposed to be together. And I'm like, not necessarily, not with this vibe. Like, you got to go through an ego death to get closer to this person, because I think this person's absolutely justified in leaving you behind and leaving you in the dirt. Specifically the dirt. You know, don't sit here and act like this misogynistic bullshit is romantic or something you're going to get over or whatever. Like, no. Leave this girl alone if you're a guy, or leave this boy alone. All right, so these are messages from Spirit that this is separate from the reading because they're just... This was a hard message, so I appreciate if y'all stuck around to listen to what I had to say, because I hope it gave you something to chew on. Because obviously you are trying. You are trying to connect. And I don't blame you guys for being frustrated or confused by the things I said, because y'all are around a lot of people that don't teach you these things, that are honest. You're not around people, I can tell, that encourage female empowerment that has nothing to do with like sex and money and drugs and stuff. Take what resonates, but I do feel like you guys don't get honest perspectives in feminist spaces because of the things you say and the way you operate. And like, I know you guys are trying, but you're trying to use your head and think through with logic when you don't have self-awareness to yourself. You don't have self-awareness to your misogyny. You know what I mean? Like, if you're sitting there being like, oh, well, she wears the pants in the relationship or whatever, and he wears the skirt. You know what I mean? Like, there's this definite, like, you have to put men and women into categories instead of seeing them as human beings. And because someone put a very strict view of what masculinity is on you, even if you're a girl or somewhere in between, you're not understanding how that negatively impacts you and the opposite gender or the other person in these dynamics. Because you're not willing to accept what hurt you and put you out of balance. You know what I mean? Like, you're the kind of guy that, like, you were, like, I'm thinking of, like, people I grew up around being like, men don't say the word cute. And it's like, maybe for you guys, that is not a emasculating thing. But to another man, yeah, that is emasculating to even say the word cute, or that something is cute. For you guys, something else might come across as emasculating. Why the hell are you so fragile in other people's assessment of your masculinity? Why are you so fixated on your masculinity being entangled with women who you objectify? And don't sit there and be like, I don't objectify women. It's like, what actually is objectification? If that person is literally always a fantasy woman, a woman that you can't have relationships with, if that woman is always someone who you're not close to, or you daydream a lot about, but you don't interact with them, that's an object. If you want to have kids with them and get married to them, but you're not actually sitting there thinking about how you want to spend an afternoon with them, what are you going to do when you actually get into a conflict with them? What happens when they do something that doesn't fit your ideals? Do you believe in politics that actively hurt her? You know, because some of y'all, like why would an independent woman want to be mated and committed to a person whose friends, like, you put up with friends who have raped people, put up with friends and people because you're like, oh, we're just trying to get along, who actively talk shit about women. Like, why would she want to be around someone like that? Because your principles aren't actually about her as a human being. You just care about your role as a protector and provider and nurturer. Because you want to play a role. You want to play a fantasy where, like, okay, I'm the little boy who wants to grow up to be the strong savior person and rescue the girl, when you're not a little boy, you're a grown-ass man. And you got to understand that women have thoughts and feelings and complexities that you don't understand. And maybe you've been hurt by women. I totally respect that. However, if you don't address that you're viewing them as an object or as like somebody that's foreign or not a person, then you're not getting it. And again, this applies to the opposite gender too. If you're a woman thinking about a man, if you're a woman and you only view men as this protector provider energy thing, that is not a human being under that mask, then you're objectifying him. He's not a machine. He's got thoughts, feelings, and emotions. And because people have taught him that he's not allowed to have those things, then he starts in turn objectifying women. He's not your savior. Anyways, so let's get to the messages from Spirit, because there's like a whole bunch here. Like, I just feel like there's just so much like fangirling that got missed. So here are all the messages from this person that you didn't get to hear when they were in love with you. Dance with me, darling. Your heart is so sweet, tender, and pure. Yeah, this person probably wanted to take you out dancing. Here's your fantasy. With or without me, experience life fully. I will love you no matter where we're at. Yeah, that's probably what they felt. You will never know how much I would sacrifice just to see you smile again. Send me a sign, God. All I do is pray for you. You don't have to be scared. I love you too much to allow it. I can't think straight around you. It's scary. I want my family telling stories about how beautiful our life is. Let me touch the pain away. I want you. Oh, love, please listen. I can't bear to see you cry anymore. Our fights bring us closer together. I need them, honestly. You'll never be a memory to me. Let them talk. It means they say your name more. Let them lie. They don't need our truth. You're mine and mine only. Please don't ever, ever change. And I couldn't get any harder if I'd tried. All right, well, that was your reading pile number 4. Yeah, if you want to support my YouTube channel, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yeah, and I don't want to do any readings for you. Sorry. Anyways, I will see you all next time. Take care. Hello, everyone. You have chosen group number 5 with the Radiate Positivity sticker, and this is going to be your messages about what is this person actually like. We're going to start off with a vibe check to see what you think this person is like, and then we're going to focus on the rest of the message being about what are they actually like, and messages from Spirit. I feel like you think this is a good person. I feel like so something that like you feel towards this person is you feel really safe or calm. Like it's something about in your heart space where you just feel really like at peace and like zened out. And you're feeling kind of good. There's something about their energy that just really warms you on the inside. And so like I don't know if you're like I'm hearing the word breach. So it's almost like I'm almost seeing like a whale with like the ocean where the whale comes out and does its whole like breaching and goes back into the ocean. It's almost like maybe you have some like sexual vibes with this person, or there's just something about them that they just feel like such a breath of fresh air to you. And like you think this person really like, oh, I just feel like you admire this person, and this person it's kind of like when you're watching them, it's like admiring nature. You know what I mean? Like you watch them from afar, but you're just like, ah, yeah. You know, and you just see them being them. You know, like kind of they're just in their natural state. Yeah, it's very like zened out and peaceful. Aw, that's so cute. Okay, so like this person you think, oh my gosh. So I'm thinking of Lindsay Sterling whenever I see this card with Spark 34, in case that matters to you. Maybe this person's in their 30s. But like with this woman, you think this person is just this like fireball amazing type person with like the hearts and stuff with the violin. It's almost like this person's just shooting out beams of love everywhere. And you're like, this person's just like a fantasy in real life, if that makes any sense. You're like literally watching this person being like, wow, God is so amazing for creating such an amazing person. Because it's almost like you guys view this person as, yeah, they're really incredible and all that, but they have their flaws that, like, as you put it, they're not really flaws. It's just, you're just seeing them as like a human. You see all the aspects of this person. You just think they're so beautiful in their nature, you know, with like the fairies and whatnot. Maybe you guys see energies around this person and you're like, yeah, like, oh, this is so cool. It's almost like when you see people, you see the types of spirits that surround and protect that person. Maybe you see auras. Maybe you're like, very spiritual. And so like when you meet another spiritual person, you're just like, ooh, look at the shiny. Like, I definitely see you guys being so fascinated by this person's energy because you're like, this is authentically who they are. Like, it's so beautiful. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you guys, like, maybe sometimes this person triggers you, or like maybe they trigger other people, but like you're able to just see the ebb and flow and balance of energy going on. And it's so beautiful. Like with the radiating positivity, you feel like you believe that this person really does authentically radiate this energy. You believe that this person on the inside is a really healthy person. Yeah, I just feel like so safe and grounded around this person. You just love observing this woman. With education in reverse, I feel like you believe this person's very smart and sophisticated. I feel like you do feel like they're a little immature and rough around the edges, but you can tell that they study. You can tell that they're educated. You can tell that they want more. And I think you really admire that. There's something about this person's passion that really ignites you. And like with the crane, I feel like that you think that this person knows where they're at and what their objective and goals are. There's something about with the crane too, where I was about to say it's like about like peace and love and stuff, and they're like, no, I think there's just like a level of sophisticatedness that you believe this person to have. I think you believe this person knows a lot of metaphors or understands all the spiritual wisdoms of the world around them. With the fairies, again, I think you view this person as someone who talks to spirits, and is very educated and studies things that fascinate them. Because I was about to say, like, oh, like, well, you think that they're studying witchcraft and stuff, and you're like, no, that's not really it. You guys just think that this person really observes the world around them, but also has a desire for knowledge, And with education being in reverse, though, I feel like there's maybe something that you're wanting to offer them, some kind of wisdom, or like maybe they're writing a book, or maybe they're reading books and stuff. Like there's something that like either you want to give them, but like there's like something about ideas that you're just watching this person maybe kind of struggle a little bit, and you're kind of like, where's this going? What's going on? Like you have this energy of like, I want to like expose who this person is, but in a positive way. Or like maybe like you're seeing this where it's like maybe this person comes across as like a shy bookworm, but they're this badass, like intuitive person on the inside. Or like, again, I just see like this, you are coming from the energy of like inside out, being like, I know this person's beautiful on the inside. Let's just like unfold them, like write the book, read the story. Like you guys want to know this person's story because it's all in there. It's just trapped inside of them. And you're just so excited about the potential of this person. With like the radiate positivity too, it's like you already can feel the vibes and the energy that's coming from them. And it just really turns you on. Maybe you're sexually attracted to this person and you're not ashamed of it. But it's like a sexual healing type of way. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's kind of like, yeah, you just turned me on to life, so yeah, I just so happen to get turned on by you, but it's not just like it's not like a superficial turn on. It's like a, wow, I really just love being around this person. You guys bring me back to life. I just feel so good around this person's energy. So let's see what spirit is trying to say. Okay. Ooh, okay, this person definitely feels like a feminine energy. So if you're a masculine, or you could be, queer, whatever, it doesn't matter. But you're definitely like, oh gosh. Every time I try channeling this person and what spirit wants me to show you guys, like there's like this cheeky, like I see like the beautiful woman flirting back with me. She's very much like, oh, you noticed me? What is this person actually like? Oh my gosh. It's kind of funny because it's like I was about to say secretive without secrets, or flirty. you know what I mean? Maybe I'm not very good at describing the divine feminine, but there's definitely just like a very flirtatious, sensual, or I don't want to say sensual because it's like it's not even sex; it's just feminine, and it's so positive and bright. Oh, you know, I low key, I thought there was gonna be like a narcissist pile in this, where it was gonna be like a oh yeah, like kind of like some of my old readings where it would be like a oh let's figure out what this person feels about you, and it's like oh god that's like some kind of a weirdo abusive type jerk. And with this pile, I mean like spirits like all thumbs up, green lights go, you know, go for it, honey. Again, this could be maybe yourself, you know, but there's something about the radiate positivity that like you guys, group number 5, you can't even handle what's going on inside of this person. And I think like what's cool about this person ignites the thing in you that they have, and it's like a very mutual experience. And spirit's just kind of confirming that. So like again, maybe you're like this person's a soulmate, and it's like I don't want to even use spiritual titles about this because to me it's just so like deep inside that it's like yeah, life force energy. You know, you're meeting another person that you can connect on a spiritual level that's just so bright that you don't need to put labels on it and you don't need to control things. You just vibe. Ah. Again, I just see like all the smiles, you know, mutually between you two, but I feel like this person, it's supposed to be a surprise. It's supposed to be a mystery when you meet this person or how you got connected with this person. There's just something here that I'm missing. Maybe you're missing this person. Oh, 45 in reverse, sad embrace. Oh my god, like what this person's actually like, there is a grief. There's like a wound that this person's carrying. Oh my god. Like I don't know if this person was abused or this person got hurt by a partner. Wow. That oh man, I feel like I got shot in the chest. Um wow. This person really transformed. Maybe the version of you that you know them as now isn't who this person was in the recent past, or maybe this person has just deep reflections and sadness that go unnoticed or unwanted by the world. Um I don't know, I had this energy or this vibe that it's just like they feel like if they talk about this sadness or this grief that they come across as a victim when they're clearly not. You know what I mean? This person's clearly not the victim or have a victim mentality. But like this grief is like this person's blue. You know what I mean? Like this is like a level of heartbreak that is this person has either carried with them for so long that they almost believe it's just a part of their personality. Maybe this person does struggle with depression or suicidal thoughts. Wow, damn. Like you would never know that this person's carrying this, like this grief feels very bottled up inside and like they don't know how to get out of it. Um yeah, there's like a trauma in this person's past. It's I don't know if it's like a trauma with people. Again, this could be like a very wounded feminine energy where it's like maybe they lost life. Um maybe they yeah, I can't even think straight. Yeah, this person, I don't know, like cuz I'm looking at Archangel Michael and it just feels like even angels are sad about the way this person was hurt. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like with maybe like this person, like they only trust angels instead of humans because of what happened to them in the past. Or maybe they don't have a lot of friends. Wow, God. And like, I feel like you guys, group number 2, maybe you had no idea that that's what this person was dealing with. Or like maybe you knew, but you didn't know that it was like this person believes depression's ingrained in their personality and they don't know how to come back. You know what I mean? Like, this is like the kind of grief that like they probably grieved a whole lifetime. Maybe their spouse died. Maybe again they were abused. But there's some piece of them that kind of died, or I want to even say died because it seems alive, because it seems like the sadness eats them alive. You know, because with the fairy here too, it's like the fairy has wings, but it's like the wings just stay drooped because they can't get out of this. We've got heal the ouch in reverse 38. Yeah, they don't trust other people. It's almost like I feel like maybe this person had like a healer in their life that taught them that healers aren't safe. Maybe it was a mother wound, or maybe it just feels like there was somebody that was supposed to take care of them, or like when they were hurt, they got kicked down really bad. Like it was like, hey, I'm like going through this thing, and it became like 100 times worse. And people don't know how to fix it. And it just kind of feels like this person's like either they've tried therapy, nothing works. Like again, maybe they don't like the healer community so much because there's a lot of people that like they've either never went through this before energy, or it's kind of like they put on like a positive face in those spaces, but they're really not addressing this deeper rooted grief, because this isn't something that crystals or energy work can remove. You know, this comes from deeper healing that lasts beyond a lifetime. This person may also be dealing with a depression that comes from past lives too, that's not so easy to get out of. But with the heal the ouch, I feel like they don't feel like they can heal around other people. Or there's like, it's like, it kind of takes like, I'm not gonna lie, this is the kind of person that they need a specific type of frequency to help them heal. Maybe you're that frequency. Maybe you know how to bring this person back to life and energy. Oh, I'm hearing like Evanescence, like, oh, we got that millennial emo shit going on. Oh, damn. Damn. Aw, that's so cute. You want to like heal this person's wound. Aww. Like, this is such a different energy from the last pile. Damn. Like, because this is like coming from such a like healthier energy that's like, let me like soothe your wounds and show you everything's okay. You know, I feel like that's all this person really needs, is just someone to like a human being to show them the compassion and that they channel from other people and from spirits. You know, it's kind of like you could give this person the world and that's not going to mean a thing to them, because it doesn't feel like anybody cares about what they care about or themselves. You know, yeah, I feel like this person doesn't realize or know that they're not caring for their trauma, not because they can't or unwilling to, but because they don't know how to feel anything anymore when they're always on their own. Like, it kind of feels like this version of them is like, yeah, they can connect to people, but like this depressed piece of them can't connect with other people because that's how it's protecting itself. Gentle gardener. Yeah, so I feel like, so one thing about this person, just you kind of getting to know them, they like to help people in secret. Okay, so like for example, with the gentle gardener, I see them like you've got all these fairies and whatnot. They like peaceful community, or they like being able to like show up for people in ways quietly, because like I don't know if this is like a very loud or radiant person, or like maybe they have a larger than life personality, or like there's just something about them that's very bright, so they know they attract attention from people that aren't very good. And maybe because of like their ancestors and stuff like that and connection to spirit, they only want to like work in certain places because they can be very sensitive in harsher environments and whatnot. So when they're around their girlfriends or whatever, they keep like a small group of friends, and they like doing little things. You know what I mean? They like in their off time being gentle. Like I'm seeing them like doing like a brunch with their friends, or like making a specific type of like having like a tea party with their friends, but making sandwiches with custom sandwiches for each person's preferences. So say for example, this person, they know they don't like eggs, so then they make cucumber sandwiches, versus this person gets this. Like they're very like customizing and tailoring everything to specifically to their friends. And I feel like they're so watched over by their ancestors. Maybe they really had a relative that they loved that has passed on. Again, I feel like a lot of things they're being guided intuitively. rather than just them. I mean, like, they figure things out on their own, but I do feel like they really rely on their intuition to bring them through to their connections. You know what I mean? Not because they believe that they are cared about or hope. It's kind of more of like they just use their intuition to guide them where they're supposed to be rather than them like reaching out because they believe they deserve the connections. They're kind of just like, yeah, I'm just so down and depressed about humanity that I don't care where I'm moving towards because everyone's all the same. Oh, we've got strength upright, 44. Yeah, this person's very strong, but they're also carrying the weight of the world on their shoulders, and that's why they feel like they have to be strong because they've been so used to carrying things their whole lives that they don't know how to let things go. When you've got like the tree and the earth and whatever, they're definitely nature oriented. They recharge outside and like they like having flowers in their hair. Maybe they'll put flowers in your hair. I definitely get nymph energy, you know, or wood sprites. There's a fairy-like quality to this person. They feel ethereal. 33, we got peaks of joy. Yeah. Um, yeah, this person knows how to be happy on their own, but they also know how to make joy in social situations too. But I really think that this person thrives when they're just like in their absolute best energy. Or like when they're like I see them like going on a drive or like just running like the wind outside when there's like just a whole big flat horizon, like chasing the sun, you know, just enjoying being alive. Um Despite this person's depression, they have so much life force energy inside of them. Yeah, this is what they're actually like, guys. Like, sorry, like this is I don't want to say the dream come true, but this is an amazing person that you're asking about. 29 coming to life. Yeah, like this person knows like that they're coming back to life. They know how to transmute this energy. They're working on it right now. Or it's like even if they're struggling with this, they know how to transmute this for other people. Like this person knows how to bring people back, you know? And yeah, they're a healer. Again, like there's more of that fairy energy, but like maybe they're a dancer too. I see them liking to dance. Maybe they don't wear a lot of clothes, but not because of them being like sexuality as being a human, but like this really feels like this is how they feel comfortable. This is how they connect to themselves, and they know they're beautiful and they want to show it off, you know? Like but it's like it's not from an ego place, it's from like I am who I am, you know? Like there's no like weird like alternative like motives or whatever. It's literally just like this is just me. Like, you know, this person's so authentic and real and it's so beautiful. Ah! Oh, I want to be friends with this person. And maybe this is you guys, you know? Like maybe you picked this pile on accident to need a little secret hype up. We've got kisses, unconditional loving, giving, receiving affection, falling in love. Yeah, this person like I could see them being like they love to give random kisses to strangers. Maybe they like to just kiss and not tell. Um Receiving affection. They love receiving affection from people, but like authentic affection. You know what I mean? Like they're very much like they love to receive like if you wrote them like a cute little thank you note, they just like hold on to it for years. You know what I mean? And like they really like latch on to that energy. They're so confident and pure. We've got photograph looking at your photos. Yeah, I feel like this person they so this is interesting. Maybe they look at photos of you or photographs of you. And maybe this person misses you from time to time. I don't know how well you know this person, because for some of you guys, I feel like maybe you watch them from a distance, but for others of you, this is someone you know. And they like to, like, if you do know this person, you like, and okay, well, first of all, pile 5, you guys like to look at their photos. Okay, maybe you like to live vicariously through this person, or maybe you just like checking in on them, or you just like their outfits. They seem really fun. Again, like there's a range to the people in this pile. With the missing you, though, I do feel like this person does miss connecting with you. With the sad embrace, I feel like maybe this person is going through something that they're not talking about. And they don't want you to miss out on life because of them. But there's also a lot of nostalgia stuck in here. I feel like this person is kind of stuck in a different time because they are worried about the future. I feel like with the missing you energy, they do miss you. authentically. And it's just tied into all those different kinds of grief. And I feel like they're missing somebody right now. Again, like looking at someone who passed away, you know, maybe this person is like trying so hard to reconnect with their roots again, but they're struggling. I don't know. I definitely feel like this person is struggling, even if they're radiating positivity. I think they just don't know how to ask for help because they don't trust people, but also they don't know that they're going to be accepted, which is, again, you're like, what? I mean, I'd be surprised, but I also get it why this person just doesn't trust people, because it's kind of like, you know, when people throw rocks at people who shine, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, why? And this person doesn't get it, you know, because they're ethereal. They're like a little earth angel type person. They're like a forest nymph. And it's like, yeah, like there's kind of like a, when this person hurts over something, it's kind of like the whole world stops because they're like, why is pile 5 crying in front of everybody? Like, you know what I mean? Like this, like I feel like other people don't actually understand when this person cries, or they don't even think this person can be sad because of how joyful they are at all these other times. Mm. And maybe they're also sad because they're misunderstood, you know? Or like, again, there's just something ethereal about them that they don't get how to be a human, or they don't understand why humans do certain things, you know? Again, because it's like, if you're like this Ferris Bueller type person, you don't get why people steal or hurt each other for no reason, you know? Mm-hmm. But like this person's grounded. It's just that they're not like innocent, but they're not like life is just hard on them because it's hard to be a forest fairy in a world that hates magic, you know? Twin flames, yin yang balance. Yeah, I feel like this person does, or they're in the process of balancing their energy. So maybe, I don't know if you guys were in a relationship with the person, or like this person feels like your opposite energy. And so I feel like this person has a tendency to attract people that are the opposite of them. That's helping balancing them out with coupling. I do feel like this person wants a partner, but I don't think, I don't know, there's something about this message that I'm not supposed to give anything away. Maybe you think this person's your twin flame. It wouldn't surprise me, but also at the same time, I don't want to put any labels on this connection because I feel like with the yin and yang, I don't want to put a label on your energy either because it just feels like this person just is reflecting something back to you. With coming to life again, if this person ignites a fire in you, that could be a spiritual lesson in itself. It doesn't mean that they're like a partner or whatever, because this doesn't feel like you guys are dating or anything. This just feels like a bright person that you're checking in on. Because I feel like you guys have pure intentions too, pile number 5. So, because you want to radiate energy on this person. So with twin flames, it's kind of like investing in yourself right now would probably be best, but it's okay if you want to reach out, like especially like after hearing that this person's sad and depressed, like it's okay to reach out to this person. I think they'd appreciate it. I think this person needs encouragement. Like if you are a genuine safe person for this person to come to, then I think like it's okay to say, hey, I'm safe to talk to about XYZ thing, you know, because I can tell you're struggling. Like this person isn't going to turn away from you if, like, don't force it, but I don't think you guys seem to be socially balanced compared to some of the other piles. So like if you reached out to this person and was like, hey, so I kind of saw a tarot reading about you and it made me think that you might be hurting about something. Would you like to get coffee sometime and talk about it? Or like, what can I do to help heal the ouch? Because I trust that you know how to heal yourself, but it's better if we're not alone, you know? And I think this person just needs to know who likes them for them and is not romanticizing them. Like if you want to see what happened to this person, check out pile 4. Just check out pile 4, and that's kind of some of the energy that this person deals with on a constant basis. And if you want to understand more about this person, like self-reflect, you know, and see why are you attracting and manifesting a person like this. Engagement ring, partnership, commitment, and union. Yeah. I don't know if this person's engaged or like thinking about getting engaged to somebody. I don't know. There's kind of an energy of like, yeah. I don't know to who though. Because like I don't want to say you, but I don't want to say someone else. Like there's some kind of like an energy of like, I see this person knowing that they're going to get married to someone important to them. You know, they're just waiting for the right one. You know? So, yeah, you got to shoot your shot if you want somebody who loves you authentically, right? And this person loves people authentically. However, you have to understand that not every spiritual engagement and encounter is meant for long, everlasting love. I think that this person's married to themselves first. It's just that, do you bring out the life in them, the joy in them? Who knows? Maybe you are twin flames. We don't know. We don't want to put the labels there. Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, meeting. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm like sitting here like, is this romantic? Like, do they have romantic feelings towards you or not? I don't know. I just feel like they're sending you kisses. Like, this feels very unconditional. So it's kind of like, you don't have to get married. This person likes you. But it doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't have to be whatever. It just feels very, like, just pure. Pure energy of just like, you know? And, like, you don't have to commit to it. But you could, but you can't, but you can. I don't know. It's like a very, like, I know this energy, but I don't know how to describe it. I am becoming a better person. Yeah, I feel like this person is focusing on themselves, their energy, healing the sad embrace and the ouch. But I do think that they're going about it the wrong way because they should be connecting with friends and family and people, not tarot readers, but whatever. I wish I had treated you better. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot about like doing better. So I think like maybe if you were worried about this person in the past, they are getting better. They're heading in the right direction again. Maybe you were concerned about them from the posts they were making on social media or like the people they were hanging out with. But like with the I wish I had treated you better, I do feel like this person is reconciling within themselves. And also like I feel like they're picking up on someone that wants to treat them better than how they were treated in the past. I think like they're starting to acknowledge that, oh wow, actually there are men out there that aren't trash or women out there that are trash. Like there's kind of like this energy of like, oh, there are people who want to treat me better than how I was treated. And yeah, I think they're going to start making decisions of what's best for them. I definitely see them like puffing their chests out and having more confidence because of people like you too, because I don't know if you radiate this energy back to them somehow. It feels remotely because I don't really get the vibe that you guys are connected. Maybe you're connected on like social media, but you're not like actually like in each other's lives. But with like the 44, that tells me that's a really good sign. Maybe 44 is that person's number. Who knows? I left you before you could leave me. Yeah. Maybe you had a connection with this person and they left because they thought that you were just going to abandon them or treat them like pile 4. No wonder pile 4 came out because I was sitting there, I was like, why do I have misogynistic assholes watching my pile 4? I was like, y'all, I normally repel those people, but like, if you want to learn more about what happened to them, check out pile 4. That's probably a pretty good indicator. But yeah, but with the I left you, I feel like this person does think about the choice they had to make to walk away. Sometimes, I mean, some of you, they don't think about it that often. For others of you, they're thinking about it constantly. Take what resonates, but with the sad embrace, I feel like they're just kind of like, they're like this version of them that I think maybe they want to connect to or need to connect to is like eating itself, because they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna get abandoned again. Like, I'm gonna get hurt if I come towards this person. You're gonna leave me. Like, yeah, I definitely feel like this person gets left behind a lot and like they need a lot of reassurance and confidence that you're gonna be there. And like this pile, I'm like, you're like, of course, I'm always gonna be there for you. But like this person doesn't know how to reach out when they need help because I think they were hurt that bad that they were taught to not reach out, which is fucking scary and a form of abuse. But you'll see if you watch Pile 4. So many things remind me of you. Yeah, I think this person like sometimes, depending on who this person is in your relationship, but like there's things about you that they remind them of you. So for example, maybe they're watching like a TV show or listening to a song and they're like, oh yeah, this reminds me of when so and so made that joke, or like maybe if they don't know you that well, they're like, oh yeah, this person, like, I wonder if they'd like this because I know that they like this and this. Or like maybe for example, like you wear glasses and this person's like, ooh, like Um, I think they'd really look cute with this kind of glasses, or like maybe you wear sunglasses or something, and they're like, ooh. They think about things in that way that are like positive, you know, or like how could I like, yeah, they just don't feel like romantic. They just feel like very like day to day kind of thing. Again, though, I think because they're still wrapped up in their grief or this family tragedy that they they don't know how to consider like a partner or a spouse. Yeah, like so for example, if you're like considering trying to marry this person's like, what is marriage? Because it's false. It's not like a real thing. And you're like, that's not true. You're like, I want to marry you, but I respect your decisions and I respect your pain, but Jesus Christ, let me love you. My life is not together as it seems. Yeah, some of you guys, like, if you're watching social media, you might be seeing all the successes that this person's posting about. Like, I'm sure this person has suitors, or, like, you know, you're watching them with, like, dating from time to time. Like, I don't know, y'all are like the long term planners, like, long term game. Like, I do genuinely love this person. So, again, you could be a family friend or just really authentically love this person. Um, but like my life is not as together as it seems. Yeah, that's just kind of more confirmation of what you already know. We will be together again. Yeah. So, um, yeah. I mean, like this energy feels really great, and I feel like maybe you're very like if this is the vibe you're at, this person will definitely be attracted to you. Or and by attracted, I don't mean necessarily like um again, it doesn't have to be sexual or romantic, but it definitely feels like this is the kind of person that like they just want to like when you prove that you're safe, this person will just like crawl up in your lap and just like cry, and you're going to be like what's happening? What's wrong? And they're just crying because they feel safe and they haven't felt safe in a long time. You know, and there's just something about like I don't know, maybe this person's looking forward to you, but they don't see you. I definitely feel like this energy of like this person's still like kind of trapped in their own grief, that they're not very aware of you. So like if you know this person, reach out to this person and talk to them, because like the coming to life, like as they're coming back, like they still need time to find their footing again, which might be why you're holding back and waiting for the right time. But like that's also not up to you to determine. You know what I mean? Like don't play divine gatekeeper here, but I do feel like the sad embrace, like, because this person would probably benefit from at least like you don't have to like for example, if you want to date this person, I wouldn't recommend going up to them and trying to like dive in deep. I think just like for example, like taking them out to a movie, or like checking in on them, or just sending them a meme. Like you don't have to be really like in your face about it. Just go slow. And again, with the radiate positivity, I think as you guys take care of your own positivity and just radiate positivity, it will warm this person up. You know what I mean? Like I'm thinking of a TikTok video I saw this morning with there was like this kitten that was abused by its owner, and so there was a foster mommy cat that was like coming in, and like the baby cat kept like attacking the cat, but as the mama cat came in and slowly just introduced herself and just didn't react and just kind of sat there and eventually like curled up and laid on the floor, the kitten eventually curled up to it. And like I think that's what you got to do with this person, is they're very like reactive and flighty to certain kinds of energies, especially like if you're a masculine energy. So just kind of sit and hold space and wait and just be their support. Like just whatever you got to do. Just I almost see it like the hand supporting the back, you know, and just letting them kind of unfold on their own, like not forcing it. Just kind of sit there and just like, yeah, I'm just gonna be your little space heater for a bit, you know. Don't force anything, just exist. This person definitely gives me the vibe they just want to exist with someone and be whimsical and all 30 versions of themselves. I found it. You found a good one though, so I'm like, please, like, if you're a friend, a lover, whatever, please take good care of this person because they're so special and amazing. I waited through hell to find you. I'd do it all again just to find you again. Yeah, I think like this person really is holding out for the hope that they will find their person, or at least find themselves again. And I think like it doesn't really matter how any relationship turns out. This person's gonna be okay. They're just waiting for the day when the sadness, they come out of the sadness again, when they start to bloom again. Let it happen, please God, let us happen. Yeah, again, I feel like this person secretly, quietly prays for a partner or somebody that they're just like, please God, like help me through all this stuff. Like I see them like praying about finding strength in their journey, or just like they're just like, let it happen. Like they're trying to like talk to God about like, how do I like let things go and whatever. I saw you love me in a dream once. Where did you go? Yeah, I don't know if you disappeared from their life, or like there's some kind of like an energy where like, not that this person feels abandoned by you, but they're kind of like, I thought this person loved me. Where did they go? Or like there's kind of like this energy of like with that sad embrace, it's kind of like I see their inner child definitely like looking around being like, where did everybody go? You know, or it's like they're kind of just like, yeah, this person maybe missed out on opportunities and things in life because they're so depressed by what happened. With the heal the ouch, yeah, they don't have, this person doesn't have the resilience to connect to that deeper pain because they don't know how to connect to people because of how hard they were hurt. Yeah, because it's like I see like they try to focus on the joy, but they don't know how to heal the ouch. Slow, easy, beautiful exhale. It's us always. Yeah, they're like learning to breathe. And I feel like this is kind of like people needing to reassure them that it's like, yeah, they just need that reassurance that like we're always going to be good, you know. Especially like if you hurt, like if this person did something to hurt you, like you gotta really reassure them that that you love them. Your pain kills me, I suffer along with you. Yeah, I feel like this person's very sensitive, so they could be like an empath or very sensitive. But uh yeah, they take in other people's emotions way too deeply and seriously. And yeah, like this person just likes to suffer alongside people because they think it makes them better, or like that's just what they do. You know what I mean? It's like seeing your best friend be sad, so they're going to be sad with you, you know? You embody my deepest fantasies. Yeah, this person's heavily romanticized by other people. And like with deepest fantasies, I mean, this person likes to fantasize, but like they know they're a fantasy for other people. And something about their body, like maybe their body was violated, or there's something about like just who they are is who they are, and everyone hates them for it. Or I shouldn't say everyone, but you know, like there's definitely like this like really misunderstood frequency. And I can't stop loving you, and I don't want to ever stop. Yeah, that's like what this person's craving. And I think like they're finding it within themselves and also within their community. So maybe they're starting a community or they're joining one. But like I don't want ever want to stop. Like they have a lot of energy, and like they just are relentless lovers. Yeah, they're coming back to life though, and I think it's a really positive thing to see what this person's going through. So yeah, cheer this person on, guys. They seem really amazing. And yeah. Anyways, though, thank you so much for stopping by pile number 5. If you liked the reading today, please like, comment, and subscribe, and share. And if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, links in the description below. Also, please check out my blog if you're interested in learning more about spiritual topics and whatnot. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.